Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
Ignore and outperform them. While you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. And you will lose and I will win.
All right, the fellas, it's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the fellas, let's go. Damn!
All right. It's Saturday. I said what I said. Y'all already know what time it is. You can click the link and pull up. If you've been around the world and you already know what we're doing. We're not new to this. We are true to this. We've been doing it a while. Okay. You ain't even got to wait for me to finish the introduction. If you've been around these parts before, just go ahead and click the link. Click the link if you need to. And I promise you, I'm going to get right to you. I'm going to make sure you have your say. It is Saturday. Some of you love Saturdays because you wait and you say, I can't wait to enjoy Saturday. I said what I said. You might be getting your nails did. You may be at brunch or just cleaning the house. We are happy to have you here in the palace. I'm Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television. But most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Yes, let me play that again about I'll keep working. Hold on. I see everybody's calling and y'all hold on. Don't drop the line because I think it's important that we get something understood real quick. And I said what I said. Hold on.
Ignore and outperform them. While you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. And you will lose and I will win.
Yes. And I said what I said. Let me be very specific, like they say in the hood. Let me be specific with you. This platform, a lot of the graphics and what you see, and just even my tagline, my introduction have been created by these heavenly hands. Okay. This brain, my think tank, this brain is bound for glory. I've always been this way since I was a child. I said what I said, and some of you don't really like my delivery. I can't change that. Hell, I got ass whoopings for it when I was little. Ask my mama. My mama gonna say, oh, she always been like that. Now that one, I'm a middle child. My mom said, that one, I had to keep my eye on her. Because she'll call me and say, hey, I'm living on the ocean on the boat. How the hell you get out on the ocean on a boat? So yeah, the brilliance that you see and you marvel at. Listen, I'm going to toot my own horn because a lot of times women are very scared to say what they're good at. I'm great at creating. So I can't change my delivery because somebody doesn't like it because it works for me. And it makes, if I don't know how to do nothing else, I'm sorry, I know how to make money. Okay. And I said what I said. I see everybody backstage, but before we got to get this party started, y'all already know how we do. Let me know when you can see my screen. Y'all, I saw something funny and it reminded me of a lot of YouTubers. Listen, I have to share it. I have to share it. I have to share it. Good morning to you. And then we're going to get on with the show because we already got a line in the back of people who got something to say. Hold on. Hold on now. Let me give me a 1 in the chat when you can see my screen. I saw this last night, and when I tell you I laughed and I laughed, I said, yep, that's kind of some of what we be seeing on YouTube.
Come on, y'all got me.
It's a hold on, bitch. Hey, who gonna have a sister like me? And this the boy you already know from Crown Coco, already from YouTube. And who you finna try? I better not me. It's Roman, bitch. Let's go.
You want to speak super bass with me?
Yeah, come on. This one for the boy.
What's the movement? What's that called? Go that way. Not go.
Let's go.
Hold on. Do we have a paramedic? Do we have a...
Look, I'm like Zell. We just be laughing at you. Some of these demons be out there, body contorted, minds twisted. Listen, let me play it again.
Come on, y'all got me.
Right there.
Hold on, bitch.
Hey, who gonna have a sister like me? And this the boy you already know from Crown Coco, already from YouTube. And who you finna try? I better not me. It's Roman, bitch. Let's go.
You want to speak super bass with me?
Yeah, come on. This one for the boy.
What's the movement? What's that called? Go that way. Not go.
Let's go.
Hold on. Do we have a paramedic? Do we have a...
Oh, I said what I said. Sometimes you just got to give them a little bit and then let them go on their way. I said, hold on, y'all. You got to let them go on their way, honey. Sometimes you got to get them demons just a little bit so they can go on. You know what I'm saying? And welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Queen Liz, you're the first caller. What you standing on?
Yay, happy Saturday, Palace and Queen Sheba. To the young lady that was having the affair with the former coach, how did she manage to have that affair all that time and then just now get pregnant? Like, where was the birth control? And I'm tired of these women who look something like me messing up my possible invite to the barbecue. And I said what I said.
All right. She said she want to come to the barbecue. That's Queen Liz. She said what she said. Next caller, Nene. Nani, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, thank you. So I just wanted to comment on the whole MSU thing. I just feel like it's a pattern at this point. It's like these wealthy Black men, they are shadowing the white community. And I'm saying shadow because like they could never be a part of it. But they do this by way of marrying into it. And like, I'm genuinely happy for like the white community when they marry into, this wealth, because I feel like at least they don't got to bust us over the head anymore. At least you just give it over to them. Just give it up. You did all that work. You just threw history into the damn trash can. Just give it up, And I said what the fuck I said.
That was Nani, and she said what she said.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about it.
I get angry. I don't want to.
Oh, she said, listen, a round of applause to the white folks. Take that money. Take that money. Since they want to give it away freely, and since we the problem and that's Black folks, congratulations to you white folks. We love you. Get what you can get. Get to the bag. That's what she said. Nani said it. I didn't. And she said what she said. The lines are open. Listen, don't be shy. Because a lot of y'all rip and run, like my grandma said, be ripping and running all over here. And now the lines are open. Nobody's going to interrupt you. Nobody's going to interrupt you. Hold on. Are you saying something different, Nani? Welcome to. Hold on. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on? You on mute? Nani, you're on mute. You came back.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Okay, you good. You good. Okay, she's done. She said what she said. That's it. That's all. Listen, is there one? Is there one? That was 2 callers. Come on now. As much shit as y'all be talking in my inbox about everybody else, is there one? See, y'all can't be throwing rocks and hiding y'all's hands and hiding like roaches when we come out publicly. See, I respect it public. It's Saturday. I said what I said. Have a little fun. Let your hair down. Call in. Don't nobody know you over here. Don't nobody know you over here. You know what I'm saying? Now, it ain't my job to carry the show on Saturday morning. I said what I said. I don't want to be doing all the work and letting y'all eat all the time where you just fat, full, and fluffy. And you come over to Queen Sheba channel because she's going to feed you. She going to give you content. She going to talk through. I said what I said. I'm tired of it. As they say in Texas, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of cooking all the time. Somebody got to serve up something. Somebody got to give something back. Y'all can't just be takers now. Contribute to the content. Contribute to the content. Because listen, this is what we're going to do now. I don't mind carrying the show now. When I get to hot topics, I'm not letting you come up. That's what we're going to do.
Where is the content?
If I have to carry the first portion, I'm locking the lines. Ain't nobody coming up for the second portion. So you can't be cherry picking. You can't be cherry picking. Is there one? And if not, we're about to get on with the show. Hold on. I think we got a caller. Wait a minute. What is that? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I think I know who that is. Hold on. I think I know who that is.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
Welcome, Inez.
Hey, boo, can you hear me?
Welcome, Inez Martin. Saturday
Hey,
morning.
boo,
I said
I'm
what
doing
I
my
said.
hair, so I gotta be off camera.
Go ahead. What you standing on? I'm going on mute.
Queen, I'm standing on. I love you and keep popping your shit because these haters are mad and you got them quiet. So keep doing you, following the YouTube guidelines, and just let them watch you. Keep on watching you and keep on doing what you're doing because we tired of it. But we got your back, all your backs.
All
and
right.
I said what the fuck I said.
Ooh.
Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
Just like that. Welcome, Lady Rowe. Ooh, first time caller. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on? Oh, Lady Rowe, you got the mic. Welcome. What you standing on? Hold on. Let me take her down.
Hello?
Welcome. Okay, Lady Rowe, welcome. What you standing on? I'm gonna disconnect Lady Rowe. Hold on. Lady Rowe, come back in and we'll save a place for you. Let's go to DBM. DBM, welcome.
Thank you, Queen. I also was just calling to give you your flowers because you are doing a remarkable job. And that's why these other, they want to call themselves content creator, but they have no content. I don't know what they're doing. But you are the dope. And they don't like it. But we love it. Thank you, Queen.
And she said what she said.
Where is the content? Where is the content?
All right. Lady Rowe, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hello?
Okay, you got the floor, Lady Rowe. We can hear you.
I don't know why I couldn't hear anybody.
We
or
can hear you.
anything. Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you, Lady Rowe. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right. If you know Lady Rowe, just let her know. Just cook. We can hear her. Just cook. Trey Carter, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on? You on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was typing in the chat. I really just clicked the link because I thought everybody was scared this Saturday. But quick word to Tyler Perry: please stop wasting our time with these terrible Christmas movies. That shit that's on Amazon was terrible. Going to bring back Divorce Sisters so I can see my Latoya Luckett again. And I said what the fuck I said.
All right. Welcome, Lady Rowe. You got the floor. What you standing on?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
I don't know
Just
what is
cook.
wrong with my thing why I can't hear. Because I was hearing. Anywho, I hope it's my turn to go. Good morning. This is Lady Rowe. And Queen Sheba, I am glad that I actually took the time to come over here and listen to you myself. I am a member of the palace. I'm glad I got a seat at the table and I could actually eat with the rest of you guys and learn as I eat as well. I don't know. I've been placed in the middle of some drama that child ain't got nothing to do with me. I wish everyone in the sector over there well. I just don't want to be a part of your drama. And if in real life I wouldn't have friends like you guys, so I'm not gonna play dirty with y'all. Have fun, do what you do, but just keep my name out of the mess. Because in the end of the day, when it all settles down, you may end up in the middle of a lawsuit if you keep effing with me. You don't know who I am. You don't know whose I am. You don't know who I know. So it will behoove you to move on with your life. That's it. That's all. I said what I said. Bye-bye.
Lady Rowe, come through. Hey, Lady Rose said she said what she said. And thank you for getting an opportunity to get to know me. Yeah, I have a very strong, authoritative voice. That's just the way I talk. That's been years. I can't change that shit. That's not specific to nobody, but she said what she said. Listen, I don't be putting my hands on nobody or nothing that I don't want putting their hands on me. And Lady Rose said, and before you do, you better make sure you step. Because she damn sure gonna step. Period. Samantha, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen and Palace. I got a couple of things that I want to stand on. First of all, I just want to say shout out to you for always standing on business and can't nobody fuck with you. So that's one. Two, y'all motherfuckers who keep calling people to order shit and talking to other people in the background, I need you guys to act like you have some goddamn sense. Before you call any business or government or anywhere to talk to people on the phone, make up your goddamn mind before you start talking to the personnel on the phone. I shouldn't be on the phone hearing you while you're discussing with 10 other people in the background. Stop that shit. And if I ask you to verify your address, tell me where the fuck the address is located. Don't just tell me, oh, 6 Lee. Where the fuck is 6 Lee? Is it in the US? Where is it? Bruh. What city? What town? Y'all are pissing me off. Like you guys have some goddamn sense. And to whoever is leaving this sector or whatever, y'all are fighting over some sector that is dead. That is dead. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Act like you got some sense. And I said what the fuck I said.
Hold on. And that was Samantha. She said she don't know what no damn 6 leaf is. Listen, Coco Lee, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen and Palace. I'm standing on the fact that my NFL nephew, Shador Sanders, is showing them that what God has for you, can't nobody hold it back. And when I learned that coach, father-in-law had an issue with Dion back in 92, Because Dion doused him a few times with some ice cold water. Yeah, you can't hold back what God got for you. All these years later, Shador is going to do it like it ain't never been done before. And I said what I said.
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Period. That was Coco Lee. She said, listen, are you ready for some football? Because we are. And listen, ain't no stopping us now. Ain't that right? Little Miss Toot. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, Queen. Hey, Palace. This is to this old fuck-ass real estate agent who posted a listing for a home that's $11,000 under asking just so you can get some offers. Fuck you. I gave you my last offer and that's it and I'm moving on. So take it or leave it. And I said what the fuck I said, old cheating ass.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Wow. She said what she said. The door is closed. There will be no sell. Welcome, Sharonda Thompson. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What you standing on? Let's go, Sharonda. In 5, 4, 3, Sharonda, 2, and 1. All right. We got one more. Anani, welcome to Saturday morning. I said, oh, hold on. Wait. Everybody wait.
Did I miss it?
Okay, go ahead, Sharonda.
Now you done scared me. I'm just jumping in because I think I know what's going on. But what I want to say is, in this season, you can't judge a book by its cover. And I'm in my workout gear. Y'all got to stop judging people because y'all don't know who be in y'all stores shopping. And I had an experience, and guess what? I took it back today in my same workout gear. So I ain't finna call these people names. But what we need to start doing as a community is saying target number 2, hashtag target number 2. Anytime you feel like you've been disrespected in a place where you're spending your money. Because yes, I did take the watermelon back. And I did take the little salad thing you had on sale back. But that's all. I don't know what I'm getting into. Just got in the house, but it was a fight. And hey, I done jumped in and said what I said, Queen. Everybody enjoy your Saturday. That's all.
She said, listen, I don't know what's going on, but I think I want a piece of it, okay? And I'm going to say watermelon, and I took it back. Does that sound right? Because I said what I said. Welcome, Melanin Blend, Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
You got it.
All right. Queen, I want to give you the utmost praise for your platform, specifically your corporate segments, because baby, they have helped me matriculate through school, because as of this past Thursday, baby, I graduated with my bachelor's degree. So thank you for all your pro tips, some of which I was already hip to and some that I didn't know but helped me get through my journey. So I am a proud graduate of Jacksonville State University, baby, in Alabama. And I want to congratulate all graduates who have graduated this fall and in the upcoming spring. For everybody, thank you so much and happy Sunday. And I said what the fuck I said. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Period. Congratulations to you, Melanin Blend. I wanted to give you a round of applause with my sound effects, but my computer screen is frozen. So listen, y'all make sure y'all congratulate the sister. She said, listen, I done pulled up to those Wednesday morning corporate segments you got. And let me tell you something. We winning out here as Black women. Keep up the good work. We will, Melanin Blend. And listen, congratulations to you. Don't let nobody stop you. And don't you put up with no shit from nobody. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. Let's go, Deborah Valentine. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Well, hey, girl. Hey. Hello, everybody. Congratulations, Melanin Blend. Super proud of you. What I want to say is, don't take it wrong, but white people, please stop being overly nice. Like, listen, I'm okay. You're okay. But all of that, it's some of you are trying to be too nice. I don't know what that's about. I'm 62. You don't have to do all that. Please stop that. I say what I say. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm getting
All
ready for my
right.
cruise. All right, bye.
You said what she said. I got y'all, my screen is frozen. Dang. I got some side effects. Okay. What? Hold on. Why white folks can't be nice? Why? Hold on, Deborah. Hold on now. I can't even, you know what? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me refresh and come back out. Give me 1 second, a couple of seconds. People do to you, Deborah? What did the white people do to you? How come they can't? Thank you. I love it. I love it. Ma Mary, welcome this Saturday morning. I say what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, Queen, you hear me?
You got it, baby.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this one time, and I want you to put it in your memory. When they're not talking about you, you ain't doing shit. But when they're talking about you, you're booming. You hear me? You're booming. Let them keep on talking about you. Walk tall, stand strong, and keep doing what you're doing, because I'm proud of it. I'm not no baby. I'm 73 years old. I look at you, I listen to you, you teach me. My granddaughter, 22, she always talking about you and what you encouraging her and making her strong. Let me tell you this, you keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, keep going. You hear me? And I said what I said.
We do not care. We do not care.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, ladies. Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go. Nani, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Thanks for bringing me back up. So I just wanted to add this in because I know it's Christmas time and kind of what I do for a living is very, very stressful and egregious at times. I just want to bring awareness to safety. It is around Christmas time. People trying to hit them licks, okay? A lot of people been hitting a lot of licks and they getting off. So their families definitely having good Christmases, but I just want to make sure that y'all make it back to y'all family. So a little quick tip that I learned last night. When you are parking at a convenience store, do not park right next to another car because these people have been in the passenger side and in the driver's side. When you're trying to get in your car, they open at the same time that you open your door, they open their passenger door and then they just get out with the gun on you type stuff. So just be careful with that. Like, even if you feel like you may look scary or cowardly, climb through the fucking passenger seat. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Like, just climb through the passenger seat. If you see too many people in the car, do not walk up to that car. Don't get in your car. And I said what I said.
Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
Woo, she said what she said. All right. Well, listen, we got a super chat that just came through and it looked like, yeah, it's Christmas season, but we're going to stay getting in the bag over here.
You better get to the bed. Don't let them hoes stop your bed. If you got a problem, just know I'ma make you my man. Yeah. Get to the bed. Get to the bed. One for the time to the ball. Get to the bed. Don't worry about that.
Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me.
That was an accident, but we still getting to the bag. And I receive it, Lord, because you done hit me back to back with getting to the bag. And then money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Thank you, Sarah Smile, coming through with 100 piece and a pepper. She said, blessings, the return of Yeshua, the Christ is near, just spreading the news. And I said what I said, and that's what we talking about, Sarah, coming in, popping your ish, and then putting a little razzle dazzle on it. We love it. We love it. Well, that's the conclusion of the first part of I Said What I Said. We're going to slide on over here into the hot topics. And let me see who we're going to start with first. Let me get Chelley and Ace out the way. Listen, is anybody shocked that Chelley and Ace broke up? The Love Island couple, Love Island, was it season 16? No, it was season 6. I'm sorry. Love Island. I'm pissed off about it. I got a problem. But you know what? Hold on. Before we do, let's get into it, y'all. When we done with here, I almost forgot. We running on over there to that old tickety talk because Melody Cherie is having a winter blowout sale. I'm going. Listen, they're going to be giving away $100 every 15 minutes. So go on over there when we done, because even if you order $100 in a cart and you win $100, you just went over there and ordered some stuff. So $100 every 15 minutes over there on TikTok, and they have 100 mystery boxes. What does that mean? For $150, watch this. Instead of you trying to guess, and I know you buying gifts for everybody, we gonna make it real simple, or she's gonna make it. It ain't my stuff. Melody's gonna make it real simple for you. This is $150 value. It's a mystery box, so you just ship it on to whoever you need to ship it to, and when they open it up, that's it. That's all. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Okay, and listen, $100 giveaway every 15 minutes throughout the entire live. Now, here's the thing, Melody. Don't be skipping over my name if I win, because I'm a content creator. I want my $100. I'm going over there, period, every 15 minutes. And listen, you can just stay on the live and check your name every 15 minutes and then order some stuff, okay? That's it. That's all. So as soon as we're done, we're going to blow up the spot over there on TikTok, get your last minute shopping in. And she only has 100 of these available, the mystery boxes. So you can just ship them to who you need to ship them to. That's it. That's all. And I said what I said. I said what I said. Let me tell you how good 7th Avenue Beauty is. And this is a fact. Why my male people be stealing it? They don't steal nothing else from any other vendors. But when I order 7th Avenue, they done got me for at least 5 or 6 packages. And I'm talking about hundreds of dollars of orders, okay? To the point that I have to order one thing at a time just to test it, to see. And I'm tired of it. And I went down there and I made a damn report on their ass to the master. What is it? The postmaster? Because you going to stop that stealing one way or the other, period. You gonna stop all that stealing. Stole my whole, y'all. And don't be returning it. And some of the, listen, white folks, because some of y'all got my 7th Avenue Beauty. There was a couple of times they delivered it to some of my neighbors. I don't know which one. And they over here smelling like the original OG oil. Now, you know damn well. Trey, they wearing my stuff. They got my hair care set.
Listen,
I know somebody hair growing, huh?
They need to. I already got a bone to pick with the post office. They got my package in limbo somewhere in Texas. So I'm asking you can come pick it up. Man, I live in Tennessee, so I understand that people be stealing and they be doing stuff with your package. Get that lady back her 7th Avenue Beauty, please.
Oh, they don't return that. They stay stealing that. I confronted the mailman in the alley. He was shocked that I walked up to him. Oh, you gonna find my shit.
You gonna give me back my lotions and my potions.
I said, why you check my stuff out? Why you act like you put it in my mailbox when you know you did? Y'all, it was over 12 items in that package. They was like, shit, you ain't getting nothing. They debolt. They always take my 7th Avenue. But anywho, let's give it the same here.
Let me tell you one thing real quick, though. Melanie got some money over there. They giving $100 away every 15 minutes.
I'll be over there.
Got some money.
Now, I don't really be winning too much over there, but I'm going today because I'm going to order some. I like the oils, and I ordered my niece the oils for her graduation, and she texted me saying, where did you get this from? And I told her, I said, so I ordered some more. I ordered her. Oh, that deodorant is so good, y'all. If you haven't ordered her deodorant, the soaps, I got the Rose deodorant and that spritzer. Oh my God. That's it. That's all. But listen, Chelley and Ace, are y'all shocked? Y'all said it's season 7. Are y'all shocked that they broke up? I'm not. And let me tell you something real, Chelley, we're not gonna stay on you too long. Because you let Ace ride your clout train. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Women, y'all always do dumb stuff for men. It ain't nothing wrong with loving a man and getting a little love, but you allow that man to use you. My daddy told me he said, be careful with people. I said, okay. My dad has taught me a lot, and so has my mom. My dad said, you know the song, you just keep on using me until you use me up? I said, yeah. He said, that's human nature. If you let them, they will use you up, and you let him. So I ain't mad at Ace. You let him use you up. You didn't know him. You stepped out of the villa in Love Island and you took your ass straight to Los Angeles, California. You met with him. I mean, you moved in with him. Watch this. Peep the play. You moved in with him. He didn't have to earn you. He didn't have to hunt for you. He didn't have to spend money for you. You flew to him. You gave up your body with little to no requirements. I don't care if you thought you was in love. He didn't have to do nothing. You allowed him to ride your clout train. You did photo ops with him. Everything you did, it was you and him. There was never no separation. You allowed him to shit on your relationship with Alandria. You allowed him to dismantle any type of deals that you could have had because you were in love. And then when he was done with you and the lights went off and the cameras were turned off, it's not working. You gave up what could have been for a 22-year-old boy. I ain't mad at Ace. I don't have no problem with Ace. She's older. You gave up friendship. You gave up opportunities. You're just as beautiful, just as smart, just as well-rounded as Alandria. And you allowed yourself to be finessed. He can't do nothing else with you. He done had everything. He understands what the good life is with you. He'll take it from here. It's embarrassing to me. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed that you allowed Ace to do that. You gave up your life, your opportunities for him. You defended him. Girl, you should have never. You should have been traveling, doing your interviews, doing all of that by yourself. Like Alandria and Nick had their deals, and then they would do their things outside of each other. Nick made sure that Alandria was straight. You made sure that Ace was straight. No, the roles are reversed in her relationship with Ace, if you ask me. Now, let's play a little bit of clip of what she said happened. That's what I mean. Y'all be doing too much out here. See, all of that moving in and shucking and jiving and what the old folks say, sucking and what is it, fucking and sucking? You ain't supposed to be doing that with every man. You ain't supposed to be doing that with every. So now you got to start all over and do the same thing with the next man. And then if that don't work, the same thing with the next woman because she's bi, or the same thing with the next man. Do you see how you get yourself used up? Giving away everything for free. For free. And I don't mean like a transaction. He didn't have to hunt her. He didn't have to do nothing. He should have been happy to be with Chelley. But Chelley had no requirements. And now you got to go out and eat crow and explain why y'all aren't together. And he's not taking any questions right now. Here we go.
Ace is doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
And are you guys like, are the talks of like, because are we, when they're moving in together?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay,
No.
okay.
We have a ways to go.
We have a ways to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
No moving in together. Yeah, there's actually a lot just happening and stuff. So.
Oh, are things okay?
Well.
Are we okay?
Are we moving? Okay.
Are we moving on?
So Ace and I actually decided to part ways.
Oh my God, Chelley, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Please don't. Like, it's okay.
How are you feeling?
I mean, it really was a tough decision, like for the both of us, and like, very hard to decide. But you know, when you love someone, sometimes loving someone means letting go. So I think we just got to that decision.
And also getting to a part where, because you both have love for each other, to end it before that ends. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it came from like a mutual level of respect.
A mutual level of respect and understanding that, you know, we wanted this to work, but sometimes things don't work. Couples go through things that are very challenging, and sometimes the best thing to do is just, you know, make a decision that needs to be made. So.
And I have to imagine too, it must have been hard for you guys to come to this conclusion when there's a lot of eyes on you and a lot of people like, we love you guys together. Exactly. And you're like, okay, but we're going through, like, we're trying to.
No, she put that out there. That's how she propped herself up with him. Okay. You gave too much, too quick, too soon. There was nothing else for him to explore about you. He had you in his house, ma'am. You were living together. You were cooking together. You was on YouTube. He didn't even have to earn your likeness, your brand. See, that's what Candy did with Todd. Immediately lending her brand, everything you've worked for, Chelley, you put it right there on the table for him, including your body and sex. So, whatever.
To be ourselves and the best that we can be.
Exactly.
How, like, were the conversations you both had with that?
We had a lot of conversation, you know? Again, at the end of the day, it was just like a mutual agreement of like, you know what, this is for the best. And I've definitely thought about, like, you know, our supporters, our fans and stuff, but I'll trust that they'll understand that, you know, this decision needed to be made if we were able to come to this mutual decision.
Right.
So,
and like, obviously you want to keep some things private and to
Absolutely,
yourself, but for the fans who are hoping for a definitive answer of like, why did they break up? What's kind of like the main reason?
Listen, a lot happens in relationships, and you know, people can understand that. You know, I think out of respect for the both of us, like the details aren't really.
No, we need the details because he had his mouth wide open like a piranha when he was speaking on Alandria and Nick. So we need the details. Keep that same energy. Keep that same. We need the details. I'm sorry. Because he had a lot to say about everybody else's relationship. What was fake? Who didn't love who? What was. We need the details. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not out of respect for nobody because y'all didn't show respect. And you could have used your womanness, your femininity to say, hey, don't speak on her. You see how them tables would turn on your ass? And I'm not saying Chelley did anything wrong, but you kind of did, because if Alandra's your homegirl and you got that much pussy control over somebody named Ace, you can tell him, hey, not too much on my girl, because that gives the wrong impression. And as a man, I don't want you speaking like that. It's a bit sassy. So you got to, if you're going to move in and give him what you got, you may as well use it for influence. You could have shut him up in the most beautiful way as a woman. Now look at you out here having to defend your relationship when y'all were trashing and you didn't get in for your home girl. And that's when I be like, women don't have no fucking loyalty. You let him drag your home girl. And you still could have had a solid relationship with Alandria. Alandria could have put you on. This could have been black women handing the torch to each other. Well, we all eating up in this mother. You get what I'm saying? And you let a man come in. Oh, some of y'all ain't got no damn backbones, but let's continue.
Necessary, you know, like I think we can be peaceful and just understand that, you know, we're good with being able to be on the same page.
And that's like such an interesting thing, like you were mentioning, Danny, just like knowing that so many people ship the two of you and we're supporting you guys. Did that sort of, do you think that extended the relationship longer than it might have lasted because you kind of like felt in a way that you owed it to the fans to kind of like stick together?
No, because like our relationship from the very.
Well, let's be honest. Chelley's a beautiful girl. Drop dead gorgeous. I hate that she wasted that moment. Y'all, you don't get those moments back when you coming right out the house. There's press outlets, news outlets, media outlets that are clamoring for you. You get one opportunity, and when opportunity knocks, you need to seize it. Don't be like, oh, let me see what this relationship over here hitting for. Let me go move in with Ace for a few months and play house. No. You should have rode your own wave. You allowed him to get in front of you. And I hate that for her. I really do. And I don't have a problem with Chelley. Let's be very clear. I love Chelley. I love Chelley and Alandria and everything they had together. Man, this could have been one of the most amazing duos with black women. But yet again, jealousy and envy crept in. Jealousy and envy crept in. And the jealousy and envy derived from the man that she was sleeping with. And opposed to her getting in front of that and utilizing her feminine to say, she didn't say anything. And when you don't say anything, you're complicit. And when you don't say anything, to me, that means you kind of enjoying what he's saying. You enjoy the fact that he's snatching her off her broom and putting her in her place. But now I'm telling you, the tables do turn. Now you're in the same freaking situation, but your situation is real. You're broken up. Let me see what else she got to say. Then we're going to move on to Nene Leakes.
The very beginning was an understanding of like our relationship isn't for the press, for the media or anything. Like it's because I truly love you.
Did you tell Ace that?
You truly love me. But, you know, challenges happens in relationships. And sometimes, like I said, like you want to just be able to say, you know what, let's leave it right here before, you know, it turns into something never needs to be. Like we can leave off on light and love, you know?
Light and love. All right.
How's Ace?
All right. Light and love. Light and love. Trey, light and love.
Light and love.
Light and love. I hate that for her. I do. I hate it.
Right before Christmas. Oh my God, today.
He knew what he was doing.
He didn't want to get her no gift. That's what that was. He wanted to eat her mama food down there on Thanksgiving, but he didn't feel like buying her no present for Christmas. That's what it was.
Might be right. You just might be right. Hold on. Listen, now we're going to transition to Nene Leakes, y'all. The block is hot in the Bravo world. The block is hot in the Bravo world. They're saying that the rumors are true. Actually, we're not going to call it a rumor if it's true, allegedly, that Nene Leakes is in full discussion with Bravo. She's in negotiations to return to the Bravo universe in the upcoming edition of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. They're saying Potomac housewife Giselle Bryan has been confirmed, and Monique Samuels is in early discussions. Listen, that's gonna be hot. I want to see how because Nene, you remember Nene talked crap about Giselle them a while back, did she not? Long time. Nene tried to get Karen to talk crap about Giselle a couple of years ago, and Karen was on camera. She said, "No, really, Giselle's my friend." You don't remember that? Do y'all remember that?
No, I don't actually, but I'm pretty sure it's about true because Nene she'll slide in a sneak dig, whenever she can.
Well, they said rumors have been swirling for a while about the housewives, about which housewives are slated to take part in the upcoming edition of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. And here's what we know, according to the Neighborhood Talk. Here's what they know so far. Pop Teens on X reported that Nene Leakes is rumored to be one of the housewives casted. Well, they're saying that they reached out to a trustworthy source and was told that Nene is right now trying to make the numbers do what they need to do. And if the price is right, then she's coming on down, period. If the price is right. Now, is today's price yesterday's price?
I think she's going to do it. I'm actually kind of happy for her. I wasn't the biggest fan of her interviewing skills, no shade, but I was glad to see her back in the limelight when she was on her own show. But I'm happy about this. I remember last year it was heavily talked about her being on Traitors, the new season of Traitors that Candace and Portia are on that's coming up in January. But it was her son's, health issues that kind of kept her from signing on. So it's good to see that Bravo is still playing with her and wanting her to come back. I think that the Housewives, this Ultimate Girls Trip, is a good place for her. She'll be able to still have a relaxed setting and be the Nene that, we remember her to be. But I still do want to see her on Traitors. I think she'll be a good addition to that as well, if she can get on that after this.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely be watching it. I'm gonna definitely watch it. I gotta pull up. I mean, it's just too much melanin here for me not to. Period. Point blank. I will say this: I don't think we're gonna get the same Nene. I think anybody coming in expecting the same Nene, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to be disappointed. You'll never get the same Nene. You're gonna get a worse version or a better version, but you're not gonna get the same. I'll say it again. Either you're going to get something you don't like or something you absolutely love, period. But she's been through too much to be the same. She's gone through a lawsuit with Bravo. She's lost her husband. Her sons have had health issues. It's just been a lot. So she's not going to be the same. She's going to be completely different. She's been working on her own project. She had the Nene Leak show. She tried to do something with her friend Sierra that kind of went up and down. So I don't know what state of mind Nene is in, but I'm looking forward to seeing her. But I don't expect her to be the same. Now, I don't know if the edge is going to be off or if the edge is going to be turned up. But you know, when you live a little bit, you learn. I hope Nene's in her 50s, right? Nene's dating a man. I don't know if she's in love. I don't know if it's a good relationship, a bad relationship. We have to consider all of that is going to factor out what we see in that screen in real time. But I'll definitely be there. I'm looking forward to see Monique navigate with different personalities. I want to see Giselle. Now, who are the white women that's going to be on? Does anybody know?
I'm not for sure, but I'm glad you said that, Queen. I totally agree with you. We more than likely are not going to get the same Nene. She's been through a lot of life changes, as well as, this is a different Nene altogether when it comes to, she hasn't been on TV on this type of, format in a long time. So she's definitely going to be getting her feet wet again, if for lack of a better word, when it comes to this format of being around these women. But we will get to see, I'm sure, some really nice fashions. And I love that it's a vacation style thing. So, it'll still be a little relaxed and laid back a little bit. So it won't be as intense as you would more than likely get on like a regular Housewives franchise.
Well, you remember Cynthia said the same thing when she was on the Ultimate Girls Trip with Kenya. She said she thought it was going to be easy work. This is easy money. Remember she said that?
And then Kenya showed up and hit her with that whoopty wop. Yeah, I remember that.
The luxury bucket list says, I don't see this happening. I think it's fake news. And we'll see if I'm with you. It could be either or. I think it's 50-50. You could be right. Because, I mean, if this is true, right, this completely changes the game as it relates to legalities of it all. I've never seen a corporation invite somebody back in that sued them for racism. And if Bravo opens up the door, it changes a lot of things. It completely reshifts the paradigm. I mean, it shifts the paradigm. I don't know. There's so many different components. But I'm going to be tuned in no matter what, because I honed in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. See, we got Giselle there. I like Giselle. I don't always like her behavior, but I like her. I've been pretty solid. Monique.
The fact that Monique is on here, it also kind of gives me the notion that they more than likely, or I can see them giving Nene a graceful edit, or at least an edit that they know that the fans would like more so than just trying to put her on TV to make her look like a fool. Because, Monique had a lot of words to say about Bravo as well when she exited. A lot of words to say, but they've been very kind to her in this comeback that she's having right now. So
Nene and Monique, in my opinion, have a lot of ground to cover. Let me tell you why, and a lot of making up to do, because Bravo still writes the checks at the end of the day. They listen. It's not, I don't think Bravo necessarily, I think it's good if they do, but I think the earnest is still on Nene. The pressure will still be on Nene, because it's almost like Bravo is doing Nene a favor. Nene's not doing Bravo a favor. Why do you say that, Queen Sheba? Because they're doing fine without her. When we think about all of their portfolio of work, their body of work, right? It's not like they're missing a step and Nene put a dent in the profits that are coming in. So there's a lot of pressure. Think about it, y'all. We got to be realistic. If you sued a corporation, because I don't think Nene, I don't mean this as a slight. This is like my real critique, and I'm just talking. I haven't really seen Nene out front on a lot of projects. So I would probably assume that there's a slight deficit to what's coming in versus what she's having to put out. Because Nene is a persona now. Nene still needs glam. Nene still needs first class flights. Nene still has to pay a mortgage, a makeup team, hair team. Nene still has to have a stylist. All of this, that costs a lot of money when you start adding up. And if you're not bringing in what you used to, and then you get invited back in, I'm gonna just say as a test and run. it's going to be on you to perform. That's a little bit.
They're going to make her perform. I will say though that I still view them as a business, and they're going to want to do everything for that business to succeed, though. So I don't see them doing a lot to,
No, they not.
tarnish her. But that's just.
I don't know. Because see, that's the production company is different than a network. You can't get the two confused. I think that's going to depend on Nene, how she engages with the producer that's assigned to her, to the cameraman. Like they can't go in and say, well, everybody wants Nene here. Let's give her a good edit. I don't think it works that way.
Well, yeah, I know. I definitely believe that they're not going to just give it to her. But what I'm saying is I don't feel like they're going to work to make her bad or give her a bad edit unless she gives them that energy to give them a bad edit.
It depends on how she comes in. But the reason why I say the earnest is going to be on Monique and Nene, because Nene sued Bravo, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent. Monique trashed Bravo, right, wrong, or indifferent. And then when as far as to say, I don't need this check. That's why I tell people, watch what you say. Because you did need the check then when you were connected to Chris. I think what you meant is Chris doesn't need this check. Follow me. Because what's his was yours, rightfully so. Y'all were married. Now you're no longer married.
Right.
And you're back in the Bravo world. That's why we say don't shit where you eat. And I said what I said. That's it. That's all. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got for them. Let's see. Anything else? And then we finna move on and get down with the get down, honey. With this coach, Sherron Moore has completely placed Michigan University in a chokehold. Let's take a look. When we covered the story yesterday, we hadn't covered his arrest. Okay. We knew some things, but now we know some things. Let's take a look.
Wednesday afternoon, fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself.
A butter knife. Hold on. So you went in there. You went in that lady house grabbing butter knives. Okay, let me see what else is going on. They say they say the black people don't claim him. He's Trinidadian. That's what they say now.
Myself, I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim she called her attorney, and then at some point in, Your Honor, while...
Hold on. Did she say he came over there, barged in, forcibly entered her apartment? She was scared for her life. He grabbed kitchen shears, and let's be clear, kitchen shears can do some damage, right? They can cut up meat and chicken. So, okay, I would kind of be hesitant. Grab some butter knives just in case he need to butter them rolls. And then, hold on, Somali. See, Somali get me off to me, but why he looking like that though? And then, hold on, I'm completely off. Wait. So you grab the butter knife. We could end the show right here. Sir, are you okay? It would have took you a year to harm yourself with a butter knife.
He must have been out of his mind. He said, I'm grabbing anything. He wasn't thinking at all.
Oh, when the saints, go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, how I want to be in that number. Hey, he grabbed a butter knife. So, anywho, She didn't call 911. She called her attorney. Y'all, are you following? She picked up the phone, scared for her life. Called, ma'am, why do you have an attorney? Y'all. She called her attorney instead of the police, talked to the attorney who gave her legal advice. Oh, how long have you had this attorney on retainer? And then call the police. Let's continue. Baby, Louis Farrakhan tried to tell you. Let's continue. Louis told y'all the game is different. They let you get money. He had a $30 million contract. Not how much he made per year, y'all, but what he signed on the line for. It's a little bit different, right, than our salaries that we get in corporate. His offer was $30 million, which was as they divvy it out, $5 million a year. Watch this. Louis Farrakhan said they play the game a little bit different. They didn't used to give you nothing. Now they give you money. But the goal is the money shall be returned unto them. It shall be returned unto them, period. It's almost like you say, let me hold something. Okay, we'll let you hold it. And we'll let you buy that $1.5 million house. Did y'all see the house? I'm going to show y'all the house. That we're going to let you feel it, hold it. You know how they let you test drive the car? We're going to let you test drive success. Go ahead, get you a white woman, get you two. Go ahead, go get you that, and then we're going to take it back. That's it, that's all.
Well, I understand that there isn't evidence to suggest that he directly threatened the victim with any of those implements that I've indicated. The totality of the behavior is highly threatening and highly intimidating. She was terrorized, Your Honor. And in light of the totality of all of those circumstances, we consider a risk to public safety, a risk to this victim. And it's for those reasons that we are asking for those specific conditions. I'm more than happy to answer any other questions that the court may have, or will now know.
Now, let me just say this. As I was looking, y'all need to go look this up. As I was looking at this video, Trey, I was looking real closely. So they have him in confinement because he's a harm to himself.
Right.
Y'all, this is a man defeated, and I know his sex demons ate him up. But we war not against flesh and blood, but against principality, right? The rulers of darkness and lightness. Now reality has hit. So you say, but he cheated on his wife. And he did this and that. Y'all remember when Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights? And when you get to a particular level of fasting, it requires like this, at first, maybe a couple of days, then it's a battle of the mind. The mind is a battlefield. So in one of his most vulnerable spots, Satan came and tempted him with food. And according to the Bible, you know how they tell the story, he showed him everything. You can have all of this if you would break the fast, right?
Right.
Breaking the fast is about breaking obedience and kind of getting you off. And Jesus refused. The man that was cheating is this broken man right here. This is the man. This is the real man. This is the real man. I don't think I'm saying it right, and I hope y'all are getting it. All of that flash and lights and house and hats and logo and paraphernalia, take it off, strip it away. You are only made of what you made of. Money don't make you made of nothing. Your foundation is your foundation. This is the real man. That's why he cheated. He was never stable in the first place. And when I looked at this, my heart broke for him. And not because I don't think he's responsible, but I understand spiritual battles. There is nothing in there. This is not just adult behavior. And if you go look at this video, his hand is shaking. He's broken. He's been broken, but he surrounded himself by things that made him feel better, a false sense of confidence, a false sense of hope. See, I can play football. I can go coach football. Give me some white women around me. No offense to my beautiful white women here. Y'all know we love y'all. Y'all always been rocking with it. I'm telling you, you got to look at the person. And when you can rip and strip all of that from them, let me take your platform. Let me take this. Let me take that. Take them wigs off. That's why Ayana used to say, take off the wigs. Take off the eyelashes. I got to see you. And when I can really see you, that helps me determine who you really are. This man has been broken from the beginning. That's the real man, y'all. And I saw his hand shaking. This is a sad case of I should have went to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to stop rewarding these broken boys with toys. I'ma say it, y'all ain't gonna like it, mamas. Y'all got to stop rewarding these broken boys with toys. Don't lavish them with nice clothes and things to make them feel better in a moment. Because then they grow up and they keep reaching for things. Let me get a little sex. Let me get a little wife. Let me get her pregnant. Let me get a mistress. Let me go get this. It's like a drug. That's it. That's all. He's naked. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out. Bored housewife Trisha. He's naked and mentally. So you got to strip people naked, including yourself. And say, if I didn't have any of this, would I still have the same level of confidence? Would I still speak with authority? Can I still go out there and coach a football field? No, this man could never do that. This man should have never been hired. And I'm going to offend somebody. This man was never solid. I'm not going to call him a DEI hire. I'm not going to stoop that low. But this man, no. Y'all get what I'm saying? Trey?
Oh, yeah. You cooking, Queen?
Okay. So then when you start to see people like that, you stop having problems with people because you see the bigger picture. That's why I'm like, I ain't got no problem with nobody unless you come and bring your bad behavior to my door. Then I have to do corrective action to get you up out of here because now you're going to impact my mental health and well-being. You get what I'm saying? This man should have never been on the football field. This man has always been fragile. Oh, his mental state of mind. No, this is the real man. He's always been fragile, but he had a wife to hide behind and a white one at that. Okay. So it's been alleged that the the University of Michigan. So here's the thing. I don't know if it's a setup because can't nobody set me up if I'm not willing to pull my wiener out. If I'm not willing to pull my penis out, you can't set me up. So stop saying they set him up. He got to pull out his penis to get set up. He got to actually go through the steps of engaging with her sexually to be set up. Stop talking so recklessly. Ain't nobody set him up. They just put his choice of drug in front of him and he took it. So you got to know what your triggers are and refuse. You remember I said the only difference between us and other people, ain't nobody more disciplined than you. Ain't nobody more. The only difference between you and them is they don't get around people that trigger them. They don't watch people that trigger them. They don't stalk. They don't harass. They not finna go in front of somebody that's going to cause them to cheat. They not going to go. That's the only difference. People like, I stay away. What I'm going over there for if I don't like you? They put his choice of drug in front of him. That's a trigger, even if you enjoy it, baby. Even if you enjoy tearing somebody down, it's still a trigger because you enjoy it. It's a drug. It takes you to a different level. It produces those endorphins that make you think you feel good. So that's why you got to keep chasing a high. He kept chasing a high by way of white women. They made him feel good for a moment. Now I need more. My wife's not enough. Now I need a mistress. They say she's not. Now I need OnlyFans and I need this and this and that. And not only that, oh, I need a hit right now that I'm going to text you during halftime. In the middle of the damn game. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you good, man.
Period.
I'm listening.
Before I move on, what you got real quick, Nani?
Queen, you cooking. I'm disappointed, It's embarrassing, but honestly, I saw something very disturbing. I know y'all don't probably watch Zeus Network, but it's this black guy on there named.
You got to stay on topic. Nani, you going to take us down the rabbit road?
Oh, no, it relates to...
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he was... so it was a good-looking white woman on there, right? This guy's face was, like, twitching, And I just feel like that's the coach. That's the coach. He was twitching for them snow bunnies. He was twitching.
All right. That's Nene. Listen, but y'all, I can't blame. We can't just be like, hold on, here we go.
So he was arraigned on really serious charges, listing it off here, including a felony. Now, his attorney pointed out that he is a first-time offender who has had no interactions with law enforcement. From all of that, how realistic could prison time be?
Prison time is quite realistic. We know that his major charge is a felony. It carries up to 5 years imprisonment, and that is the home invasion. We know that the stalking also carries a year imprisonment. So this is significant time for these alleged crimes. Now, we have to remember that when it comes to sentencing, they're going to look at a number of factors, such as his attorney implied, whether or not he's had any previous criminal history, what the facts were surrounding it, especially because, as we've heard so far in reports, he seemed to be indicating he would harm himself as opposed to harming another person. So all of those factors would come into play before a sentence would be determined, if found guilty.
If found guilty. And like you just mentioned, he has insinuated that he would hurt himself. So how do they handle the trial during the next month? Before the trial even happens, how do they handle this time period?
So this time period is really for discovery. The state is going to have to turn over all of the evidence that they believe implicates him in these alleged crimes. The defense team is going to be trying to figure out what their theory of the case is. They're going to be getting that information, and any other exculpatory information they believe that they have shows that he should not be found guilty. That process takes place, as well as any motions to exclude information will also take place. So that's what's happening during this time before trial.
So he was arraigned on really serious charges, listing it off here, including a felony. Now, his attorney pointed out that he is.
Y'all, this is probably, I think people are still baffled by this. I think people are baffled by this because this is the quiet before the storm. So they knew about this relationship. Michigan was made aware. They have full knowledge of it. And they approached both the coach and the girl. They both denied it, right? They both any wrongdoing. Now, here's I think she needs to be held accountable, period. I don't give a damn if you went and got an attorney and all of that, because before he fired her, she reaped the benefits of her wrongdoing. She reaped the benefits of her wrongdoing, and I think there needs to be consequences for that, period, point blank. I think it sends the wrong message that women can be reckless, women can be disruptive, to an organization that's not productive for the organization, that women can sleep around and fraternize, and women can get off the hook simply because they have a vagina. I think it's a disservice to women if you do not issue any type of punishment to her. Okay, because there's a lot of women that do not agree with her behavior. There's a lot of women that are very disgusted by her behavior. But of course, we can't say anything because she's a girl and she's a woman and she was taken advantage of. And yes, she was, and this and that. Because at the end of the day, he is her boss. He knew better, but so did she. That's it. That's all. So I'm going to say this. So he has been officially charged with home invasion, stalking. Let me talk about stalking, because I don't think people really understand what stalking is. Any unwanted attention, contact, comments for a particular amount of time is deemed stalking. Don't allow your freedom of speech, and I'm grown, to get your ass locked up. Man, woman, real life, anywhere else. You cannot continue to keep doing things to people and say, well, I can't because I ain't crossed the line like that. It's considered stalking. He stalked her. Okay, so that's why he got the stalking charge. His bond was set at $25,000. Now he has to wear a GPS tracking device. I don't think he should be locked up, but I think if I were a woman and I was his wife, Trey, I wouldn't, you can't come over here, because you might snap off on me. I wouldn't feel safe with him.
I agree. I mean, when you grabbing butter knives to harm yourself, you can't come over here, because I don't know what you might do.
And
I don't
let
know
me.
what you
Oh,
might do.
go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh no,
you can't.
I'm just assuming you good.
It don't matter if that's my husband, but you have 3 little girls.
Right.
So now we got to make sure the house is safe, and we got to eliminate any risk, any potential risk. We don't know what he's gonna do, but it's a potential. He's a potential harm and danger to himself, right? He needs to be working with the doctor. He needs to be like, I just wouldn't feel safe around him. You know, he doesn't seem well in that photo. We saw him in the court. He looks defeated. Now, here's why this is such a horrible. This is like an incredible story, and the most is pulling at people's heartstrings. Is everybody's baffled because a week ago, y'all, he was one of the top college coaches in the country. A week ago, one decision can flip your life upside. A week ago, should he have been on the field even if he was a top coach? No, he should not, because there's aspects to leadership. You have to be completely developed in all areas. I want to share something else too I want to give y'all a timeline. Hold on. About him and her. And I want to make sure I'm accurate, so I'm just not like saying things that's not true or guessing. I'm going to run down a timeline. Let me find it real quick. Here we go. If I can send it real quick. Hold on. I'm going to tell y'all what happened and how. I'm not going to say set up. I need to find a timeline. Give me 1 second. I don't need that one. But Trey, anything else you feel like about this?
You summed it up very clearly. If I could be messy since it's Saturday, quite honestly, in my opinion, I believe that trying to pull up people's information at your job should be considered stalking, if you ask me. It should land you with a damn little thing around your damn ankle, so we can figure out where the hell you at.
Hold
I'll leave it alone.
Hold on, you said so we can figure out where you at, since you want to know where everybody else at.
Right. But you want to know what everybody else got going on with their accounts.
That's
your
probably
job. No ma'am.
Listen, that's one of the most interesting takes I've heard thus far. But that makes sense, since you worried about where everybody else at. Where you at? Let us see you. I always say, listen, the tables always turn. It's the law, biblically, spiritually. Okay, so listen, I want to run down this timeline. This is from the New York Post, right? The fired Michigan coach Sherron Moore was suicidal after cops were called to his executive assistant's apartment. Y'all, I still don't. This is like, even I have a little bit of empathy, because this is a very tender situation. Help me out. Watch this. I'm gonna give you the timeline. I just want to go straight to the timeline. Right here. Moore was reported. Okay, I want to start. Hold on. There's another timeline right here. Damn, it's another one. I looked at this yesterday. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This is a very in-depth article. So there's an article.
Like, share, subscribe.
Thank you. All right, let me start here. They're saying even before his shocking firing, the state of Moore's mental health was being eyed with growing concern within the university. According to Bacon, Moore is in protective custody surrounded by mental health professionals. Let me just say that's good. I'm going to say that's good. They've identified a need, and I'm happy that they're addressing it. They say if you assess it, you have to address it. You can't just be saying, oh, there's a need, and then not give him the resources. So he is surrounded by mental health professionals. I think that's good. I think that's one of the very few positives in this story. How I See It TV, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, Queen and everybody. I always wonder why pro athletes or people who had to show a level of discipline when it comes to athletics, why they always get caught up in these kinds of scandals. Because you would think that the discipline they had to show waking up to train and all these things, it would cross over into their personal lives. I had a friend who, when he got to a certain level of wealth, he said he was no longer interested in dating around and having a whole bunch of women around him because he had too much to lose at this point. And I often wonder why these men who are multimillionaires don't have that same concept, because when you're at a certain level of leadership, I think you're chosen because you're married, because it shows that you have a level of stability in your life. At least that's what it's supposed to show. It's supposed to show that you have integrity. It's supposed to show that you can be faithful and committed to something. But when you do some stuff like this, it goes against what that thought was when they hired you. And it's the same thing for Shannon Sharp too. You're at this level of wealth and notoriety where you should be thinking, I need to protect myself at all costs. And if you don't want to settle down with somebody, that's fine. But at the least, cover yourself.
Okay, let's talk about it. So first of all, there's just so many dynamics. I think a lot of times we usher our expectations on other people, and I'm not talking about you. We just do it naturally. You'll find yourself talking to kids and you'll say, when you get married, you need to go clean your room, because when you get married, don't no man like this and that. You're talking to the boys. When you need to do this because when you get married, your wife may not. Well, first of all, he may not want a wife. That's the first thing. And most of us don't consider that as adults and parents. Most of us don't consider that your daughter may not want to be married. You see, she may want to do her thing. So when you say, how come when these men that are in these great positions that have this discipline when it comes to the sport, how come they're so reckless when it comes to their own choices and personal choices? Number one, most of them were never allowed to make personal choices. They were plopped into football by a parent. They were driven there every day, right? And although good at it, if you really ask them, who put you in football? I remember my dad or my mom told me you're going to do something. So then when we start to get back into that state of mind, they never really, in many cases, right? It's not often. If we were to poll, can we be honest? The Honorable Muhammad, what's his name? Nuri Muhammad said, white people put their kids in sports for discipline, collaboration, to learn discipline, to learn how to work effectively with others, not to get rich and make it so that they can make it. There are other things that they want, values, interpersonal skills, character traits that they want to come out of it. Most Black people put their kids in sports. Most, not all. I'm not. Okay, we're not talking about you Sadiddy Black boys that play football come straight from the hood. Straight from the hood. What that mean? A lot.
Queen, your audio is kind of going
Scratching
in and
and
out
surviving.
a little bit. Yes.
Okay, it is. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on.
Yeah, it is. At first, I thought it was me. So I'm glad Trey said something because I was about to drop down.
Yeah, I saw it in the chat, so I thought it was just me, myself, and then somebody else confirmed. So I was like, okay, well, let me let her know.
Hold on. What about now? Mic check.
Yeah, better.
Clear.
Three. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. There's a delay on Spring. What is this called? StreamYard. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Sounds good to me.
Mic check.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. If it gets distorted, don't let me go. Just stop me. I don't care if you have to interrupt me 1,000 times. Just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. If it gets, just stop me. So most little black boys that play sports, they come straight from the hood. I'm gonna say about 85%. Okay. And you say, well, how come they act that way when they get older? Thank you, Toot. You can't skip steps when raising kids. You can't try to apply foundational principles in children when they become adults, right? They become a man, and you're saying, hey, you need to exercise self-discipline. Well, when they're the kid in the house and they're getting better at football, and now he gets to sleep in and don't have to clean up because you gonna get up early and make his lunch and take him to the football field, because that's, to be honest, you riding off the hope that he's going to make it, but the other kids need to get up and cook and clean and take out the trash and do their homework, and you fail. Most parents fail. That's why you see a lot of them. They didn't have the parental influence, period, in my opinion. And we try to start fixing people when they become adults, when we should be intervening when they're kids. When you think about therapy, there's not a lot of programs for kids. I used to always say this: why we start when they get adults? Shit, they've been with these habits for about 20 plus years now. Too late. But you saw it when they was 12, 13, 14, going to the room, slamming doors, not doing what they want, throwing fits, like all of that. So to me, it's because you didn't apply that. You didn't make them mindful of others, right? Some of you got boys in the house, they can eat through everything. You don't stop. Oh, that's just what boys do. Boys eat a lot. No, that's dominance. That's control. You're not thinking about others in the house. You have to say, hey, listen, are you eating out of boredom? Or are you eating because you're hungry? Because you just ate. You need to think about that. There's other people in the house. Don't eat everything. You need to ask before you open up. I'm just using some like small examples. Y'all don't be inflicting that in them. So they learn they can have whatever they want when they want it. And it start just a small little bitty things like that. Oh, and you make excuses for them as boys and then expect them to act like men. Hell no. You've been letting them rip and run and doing what they want to do because that's what boys do. Ooh, child, they'll eat you out of house and home. Okay. You letting them eat you out of house and home because the same appetite he have for food, he gonna have for ooh. If you don't teach him that you can't just eat when you want to eat. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Oh, I guess you. I completely agree.
You got to start teaching these kids. Wait. You're bored. You're not hungry. And because the same thing happens. You can't just go have sex because you're bored with your kids and your wife. You need a little bit of, that's the same reason kids be eating everything. They're bored. So these habits start, transforming. They don't know what to do when they become adults. And when they get bored, they want stimulation. They want to be stimulated. You allow them to stimulate. And I'm not saying that they're overweight. When you allow kids to just do stuff because they're bored, now they're looking for stimulation, which is a drug, right? I'm just using food as an example. You can plug anything. You got to say, hey, you're doing that because you're bored. Okay. Well, I am bored. Okay. Well, you need to figure out something to do with your time as opposed to eating. Or you need to figure out something to do with your time as opposed to whatever. So what would you do? But people don't have time to parent like that. That's my answer, how I see it.
I feel you. And as you were talking about that, it reminded me, I can't remember the basketball player's name. It's a young guy, and his mom is always around. And they were basically saying his mom is being overbearing. I remember she was at a basketball game or something, and he was there, and she was like sitting in between him and a young lady. And she did an interview where she was saying that she's trying to protect her son from what comes with being in the league. I wish I could remember the name of
I
this.
know who you
Yeah. So what you said reminded me of that. And then it made me wonder, well, is she protecting him though if
No,
he can't
he's jealous.
navigate this by himself?
That's the reality she's creating for her bad behavior. But so I wouldn't care what she's doing because I would tell my daughter, you're not dating him. Because here's what's not about to happen. She's not about to dominate you and control you and put a narrative on you about she's protecting her son from bitches like you. So we not doing that because you can't marry into that. She'll never like you. It'll never be anything you can do. And the fact that he allows her to do it is going to tell you she always come first. And this is a weird relationship that I refuse to allow you to enter. So you're not dating him with my blessing. So then you got to tell your girls how to combat that. And you got to explain to them why he's behaving like that. And here's another thing. The worse you let people treat, some people think if I be quiet, the problem will just go away. You better confront it, because that's not the way it works in this world. People are crazy now. You can't be nice anymore. You think, okay, if I just turn the other cheek, actually that gets them power. It's like winning extra lives. You giving them extra lives like a video game. And the monster gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The more his wife put up with that crap, the more addiction. He just may not like himself. Some people cannot stand the thought of being around themselves, and they feel every moment with something to stimulate them. They can't stand their thoughts, all of that stuff. And you got to start noticing it. You got to notice it in your kids. Hold on now. We're not going to do entertainment all day, every day. Quiet moments are good. You got to be so in tune with your house, with yourself. Like, hold on now. But hold on, y'all. I don't want to get too deep into it. Let me get to this article. Hold on. Because I want to give y'all the timeline real quick and see what y'all's thoughts are. I may have to, let me turn this off because my computer is tripping. I got too much stuff going on. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Trap. Okay. Thank you. All right, here we go. All right, I'm here. Let me read this article. The New York Post did their thing. When I tell you they gave us some tea, the money and how much is still on the table, that's the part that's interesting to me. Now, here we go. And now the OnlyFans model is coming out talking, girl, have a seat. Stay your ass on OnlyFans. And I'm not saying that he didn't or did contact her. You looking for clout. You're trying to drive traffic to your site to get you some money. Now it's not the time. Sit this one out. Come out later. If you go like come out later. Okay. So according to the New York Post, right? They said that I'm gonna read some stuff you've already heard. I gotta go slow. Sherron Moore, the head coach of the University of Michigan's Story football program, I told y'all he had a $30 million contract. Not to be confused with his annual salary. When he signed on with this team, he signed on for a totality of a $30 million contract. And according to the New York Post, they feel like he just may have thrown that away when his affair with his assistant came into light. And that's become a scandal that was capped by his stunning arrest, over the allegations. He's 39, y'all. He too young to be acting like this. 39, married, dad of 3, came to a crashing halt. Do you see how quickly things can happen to you? Last year, it was Hail Mary for him. Not last year, last week, it was Hail Mary for him. You see how quickly his life turned upside down because of him. Y'all got to quit blaming other people for your shit. Y'all got to quit saying they set him up. No, they can do all they want to. But if he don't take the bait, he's straight. They never wanted him there. It don't matter. He there. See, we talk that shit when the shoe's on. It don't matter if you don't want me here. I'm here. Okay, you there. Now do your thing. The problem is when you got there, you started breaking the rules. Everybody want to talk about the rules, the university guidelines, the community guidelines, and don't break the rules. Because when you break the rules, there's punishment of breaking the rules. They didn't want him there. Okay, but he there. And when God give you the ball, you better ball. But you can't get in there, holler, they didn't want him there, and then break the rules? Come on, y'all. All right? So he knew he was a married dad of 3. And just like that, in a matter of 72 hours, y'all, his entire life changed. Why do I keep saying that? For some of you to wake up. He was booted as Michigan's head coach that afternoon. And within the same hour, he was busted on criminal charges for allegedly breaking into the home of his executive assistant, Paige Shiver, with a knife in his hand. He was the first Black coach. We talked about this yesterday in the history of Michigan. And I'm going to probably say he'll be the last for quite some time. This is not going to happen again. I don't care what y'all say. The alumni, if you got your ear to the streets, the alumni, they said a group of alumni hired high-powered attorneys to protect their investment. Well before we knew what was going on, they knew. So, yeah, he was the first Black coach in Michigan history, and he will probably be the last for a long time. Okay, now let's get into this money. Hold on. Now, bowl. No, that was that. Yeah, that's later on, right? The Citrus Bowl is coming up, I do believe. Do you think the team's gonna perform well? I got panelists. Are y'all here?
Oh, I was letting you talk. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be very hard for them to perform as well as they should be, but I think they'll do okay.
Okay.
But this is definitely
okay. Thank you, Trey. All right. So here's what happened. Okay. I kind of feel like they're skipping, but there's something that I saw, and I hope it's on this article. They say, here's what happened on Thursday. So he was reported to be suicidal and had a knife after he went to her apartment on Wednesday after he got fired. He remained in jail Thursday. Okay. And he was scheduled to be arraigned or, have his appearance with the judge for Friday. That was yesterday, Friday. I'm sorry. Hold on. Golly, they giving me these ads. So the girl, Paige, is 32. That's why I said we're not calling her a girl. I mean, the woman is 32. He gave her a 55% raise. He doubled her income. When the university, according to recent reports, some have come out this morning, the university flagged that, right? HR has to prove that. They flagged that. They was like, whoa, you can't just give her that because you haven't been able to explain what is it about her role that has changed by way of responsibilities. He couldn't explain it. They said, here's your choices. Here's what you can do. Either you can fire her or you can put her in a different position. He fired her. He chose to fire her. I do believe that was Monday.
Do you think, Queen, because that sounds like a shakedown? That sounds like I was going to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it sounds like I'm going to tell. So I need you to up my pay. So he went ahead and upped the pay. Then when they flagged it, he said, well, this is a good idea for me to just get rid of her now instead of putting her somewhere else because she really ain't good nowhere else. But if I can at least get rid of her, she ain't got no job, I can move on. Sound like she was shaking him down.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna shake you down too if I'm giving you all this good. And you
I'm not blaming. I'm just saying it sounds like she might have. It sounds like it might have been something behind the scene. Because if he's getting it already, what I'm trying to upgrade to? Yeah, I don't blame him, but I'm saying if he's already getting it from her, what else? What other reason would he have to expand her
She's supposed to shake it down.
Right.
It sounded like he underestimated
Let me ask
her
you
petty.
something. If this was okay, say it again.
I said it sounds like he underestimated her petty. Because she probably told him, if you don't give me my money, I'm going to talk. I'm going to blow up your life. He tried to get her money, And then he chose to fire her, meaning that he wasn't smart or calculated enough in what he was doing. Because if she had threatened him, he should have known better than to fire her in that moment.
I think he cheap because they said an article just came out today that he offered tickets to the game. Hold on, he cheap. He offered tickets to the game to the OnlyFans model if she would have a foursome with him. You ain't getting I don't want no damn tickets to no game.
To a college game?
Yes.
But you know what?
Yes.
So a foursome with him and the other girl and the employee, is that correct?
No, there's other
okay.
women. He's been under investigation for months. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's been under investigation for months, but he was also allegedly trying to pick up an OnlyFans model, right? And his exchange for sex with her, he wanted 4 people in the room. See, his exchange, he said, "I'll just give you some tickets to the game."
Now, see, that kind of goes that adds to my hypothesis that this man is cheap. He wasn't giving the employee no money neither for all that fooling around. So then she like, well, I need something. So he said, well, I give you a raise on the job. I'll let them pay for it. How about that?
Right.
But I also agree with Nene because he was stupid for firing her. He should have found her another job. For that 90K.
He didn't had enough of her. You remember a drug? A drug. I can do something else. I need a different drug. Now I want 4 people in the room. See, It ain't good enough that I'm cheating on my wife. It ain't good enough that I got you and got you pregnant. I need something else. I need something to hit a little bit harder.
And he probably couldn't take what she needed out of his salary because his wife probably watching that hard.
And he got 3 kids over there. He ain't taking food at the baby mouth. Not for them.
Yeah.
Not for her.
Dang.
So they said, watch this. I'm going to give y'all the rundown. So before this thing, okay, here we go. Let me give you this timeline. So he doubled her salary, right? Now, previous University of Michigan, he jumped her to $90,000. That was last year, y'all. $90,000. So the university previously investigated claims of his inappropriate relationship. And here's the crazy part. There's students that live on campus. Now there's pictures floating around of him walking on campus with her. And they were like, dude, I just saw like the coach with this chick. And they're all over the internet, right? So people started suspecting that something was going on. The university had received reports of him kind of like flirting with some of the girls on the campus, and nothing came of it. And they also investigated the rumored relationship that he had with her, but he denied it, and so did she. Now, New York Post, I'm going to have to hold you accountable because in your article, you said, but he denied it. She did too. And you got to be careful when you read stuff because you see how they pulled out her accountability and made no mention of it. He was fired, so he got rid of her first. He got rid of her. And then she said, you want to play that game? So then she came forward. She contacted the University of Michigan and she said, you know what? I have been with him. And not only have I been with him, here's the evidence. Here's the screenshot. Here's this, here's that. So then he got fired because when they gave him a choice to place her somewhere else, he didn't. He fired her. And then they came and fired him. Now, here's where they're going to get him. They said Michigan football insiders reported that Moore had been acting strange, berating assistant coaches. See, now when they get you, hush, boy, that's my dog. When they get you, they gang up on you. They don't want to just fire him off the just of him sleeping with her, right? Because he's yelling at the other coaches. Last time I checked, a lot of football coaches yell.
Right. Yeah, especially when they don't like you. Oh, this black man, and they got this nigger in charge. Oh yeah, when it's time to pile on, that's what they gonna do. He gave me a piece of paper and they gave me a paper cut. I don't like them. They'll say anything to bring him down, but he he opened up that hole. He opened it up. He opened up that door with all this foolishness he had going on.
And this is why she had an attorney, because I was wondering why she had an attorney, but knowing that he fired her, she was suiting up for a lawsuit.
Heck yeah. See, I ain't trying to be funny. White women know you ain't supposed to be sleeping with them when you in charge. And they're okay, you're gonna fire me. Well, you're in charge, I'm not. And they understand that they're supposed to be paid for that. Y'all be the ones going away quietly. I don't want to get him in no trouble, child.
See, probably if he was honest when they had asked him before he fired her, if he was honest about it, maybe they would have managed to get her out of there quietly instead of all this rah-rah that's happening now.
They both would have left out of there. It still would have came out that he was cheating. He wouldn't have got to stay. When you say maybe they would have got her out of there, they would have both been out of there. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying it wouldn't be this madness that's happening now.
Okay.
Or who knows, if she's petty enough, maybe it would still be.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying maybe based on her petty, it would still become this much of a crisis anyways.
Let me ask y'all this. He's been there for 3 years, coaching for 3 years, right?
Right.
If I'm correct. 3. I think 2.5, right? So he has about $14.5 to $16 million left on his contract. Because 2.5, 3 years, he's gotten almost half of that. Being fired with cause, that's why they fired him with cause, effective immediately. Being fired with cause can mean that Michigan has no obligation to pay out the remaining estimated $14 to $16 million. Let me tell you what they're going to do with that money. They're going to call it a wash. He ain't getting nothing. They're gearing up for her lawsuit. They're probably going to settle immediately to make it go away and put like where she can't even talk about it. We're not going to hear anything else from her. She's about to get a real nice penny in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're going to wrap this shit up by December 31st, 2025. And they're going to use his salary to clean up his mess. And I said what I said.
He's going to jail.
I agree.
She's going to walk away scotch-free. She's going to walk away paid and he's going to jail.
He may not go to jail. He gonna get probation. He ain't gonna go to jail. He's gonna have to leave Michigan now. Somebody, let me tell you how, when you start dealing with prominent universities and things, they don't want him in jail there. It just is too much. It's gonna hang over their heads. So somebody's probably come. This is how this kind of thing works. They're gonna whisper to him, we were able to work out a deal with the lead DA. And here's what we're putting on the table. And you're going to have to leave this state. I don't think he's going to jail. They just want him out of there.
Wouldn't it be up to her to not pursue charges against him?
She not that powerful when you're talking about a football program. You hear girls talking about they get raped and assaulted every day and people turn the other way. You got to know what beasts you're up against. Y'all.
No, I mean in terms of her suing them and maybe them saying, if we're going to pay you off, this is going to be a part of the deal.
They can't do that. That's illegal.
Okay.
They can't do that. They going to give her money and she going to go away. She's not going to do like Cassie and come testify in the court case and all of that. She don't want the public scrutiny. Okay. She's going to leave and go somewhere really quietly because it's being alleged that her father is also part of the NFL. And I do believe the Bears. Is it the Bears? He's a scout.
They said he's a scout for you. I saw that. So I was like, no, I see what's going on here.
Well, so here's the thing. It's still his fault. It's his
a power
penis.
play too, though. And
How?
it's because at the end of the day, she has more power right now.
She don't have any power. Don't nobody care about her. Let me be, look. She don't have no power. She just a woman. in a shark
University got
tank
the
full of
power.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think any of these men, rich, white, black, yellow, brown, would assess and look at a woman as powerful, no. You give her they got so much money. $1, $2, $3, $4 million is nothing to them. Make her go away. They don't look at I understand what you're saying. And I know I'm being strong in my argument. They don't give a damn about her like that. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
And look, feel free to argue with me now. The alumni has the power. Yes, those are the ones that got their own attorney. And I believe, I don't know, y'all, it's something going on with this case. Because why do they need an attorney? That's the part I can't figure out. Let me play it. I had the video where they're saying, oh, a group of investors or a group of alumni hired a high power attorney months ago. Let me see if I can find it. LaDawn, welcome while I look for this video.
I wanted to ask a question, Queen. First of all, these little young YT girls are being trained. They just like it reminds me of that uncle over there, Shannon. They get prepared ahead of time. They know and feel when the shift is, and they're gonna prepare themselves. But my question is, she got the raise under false pretenses, not because she earned it.
Your audio went out. LaDawn, is it me or is it her audio?
Her audio went out. But I thought you said they flagged the raise.
They did flag the raise.
But they let it go on for a year, right?
So, hold on. Let me see. Somebody said, okay, they flagged the raise and maybe they didn't come immediately. But they eventually came, allegedly, and say, you got to do something about this. And he chose to fire her. LaDawn, you got to drop down and come back because your audio is off. I'm going to kick you out.
Well, while she's dropping down, I do want to say that she has a point as far as them training these white girls. That might be why the alumni had their attorney so early, that high-powered attorney, because they had already set that scheme up, had that white girl in there to coerce him because they knew he was a little mannish.
Why would they need to set him up? They can't. Okay, watch this. Okay, what responsibility does he?
Somebody in the chat said that this gentleman was a protege of Jim Hamborough, or the last head coach.
No, okay, hold on. Let me play y'all something. Hold on, give me a second. We finna get into the nitty-gritty because the University of Michigan just let go of the AD, the athletic director. Hold on, we finna get into it. Hold on. Watch this. Y'all keep talking now. Go ahead.
Well, while we waiting, you guys, please hit the like button, subscribe, join a membership, get into the palace and get some of these early morning chats and the Sunday power hours and can on. All the beautiful and lovely women out there. Enjoy your holidays. Get your Christmas going.
Trey, you sound like one of them DJs from the old school when the radio used to be playing late at night and they called it Midnight Love.
The Quiet Storm.
Yes. I'm gonna play this. This isn't what I'm looking for, but it's to fill in the gap until I find that about the athletic director. And I'm gonna tell you something about the athletic director that I feel. Watch this. Okay, let's share the screen. LaDawn, LaDawn, I don't want you to think we kicked you out for nothing. Your audio was not cooperating. It just cut out. She probably got a phone call. Here we go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, I hope this ain't the same one, child. I hope that ain't the same one. I got too much stuff going on. I think this is. Nah. Nope. I messed up. For some reason, it's not letting me show y'all. Give me 1 second. If not, I'm not going to force it. If it's not coming up, it's just not coming up. But so far, are you all enjoying the conversation? Do you understand the complexities of this? Like most affairs, when we see stuff like this isn't anything new, right? But this has probably been, in my opinion, one of the most complex and just heartbreaking and sad and egregious, diabolical that we've ever seen. And it just don't make sense, in my opinion.
Unfortunately, it makes a lot of sense. These men, they don't know how to keep they dig in their pants. This man got to do better. Now he out here without a job, and once these alumni people get through with him, he probably gonna be sitting over there coaching the little league team with three kids at the house. And I'm assuming the ex-wife. I don't know if they're getting divorced or not, but this is a lot.
I think she needs to go. He's not going to be stable for quite some time. It's just, you want to be mad at him, but you can't. His demons, everything's going to eat him up. And the only way I think,
now what you mean you can't be mad at him?
I think he's going to be able to make it. I not anymore. Not when I saw his hand shaking like that. I mean, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, he's really struggling. He has been for. I still hold him responsible, but I'm like, it's deeper than that. When you start dealing with principalities, and you be like, ooh, because his demon. See, everybody has something a thorn in their side, right?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how it comes out. To see him like that and the hand, and I was like, oh, he's been stripped naked. He has nowhere to go but to look at himself. And he may not like what he see in the mirror, and he may not be able to deal with him, which is why he's constantly in entanglements. What do y'all call it? Soul tying with somebody else, ciphering other people's energies. Ooh, I can't even be mad at him because this man is broken down to his core. Now, this is probably one of the first cheaters that I've looked at like that. But I still wouldn't recommend his wife stay with him at all. I think he's dangerous. Hold on. Here we go. I found something that I want to share with y'all. These are not my thoughts. I'm just.
Now, Queen, we still looking at Nene and them on the main screen. Just to let you know.
Okay, let me take it off. Come on, Nene. You gotta Nene, you gotta come off the screen.
She look good.
Hold on. She does look good. I'm gonna have to give her that. I'm gonna play this, and then we unlock. I'm gonna bring you up with us. Let me play my clip first. Hold on. Everybody wait. Thank you. Here we go.
Michigan football's program was dismantled by a former player who hates DEI. Meet Brian Carrion, former Michigan quarterback, and his bio says American farmer and go blue. He was the first to tweet this a week ago, saying Coach Moore is cheating on his wife with a football department employee. He says fire Moore and the clueless liar, referring to the athletic director working overtime to cover this up. Here she is, and just posts her LinkedIn profile picture. Takes it a step further, saying Michigan scandals being covered up by DEI Athletic Director Ward Manuel and Board of Trustees. Coach Moore, first-time head coach and DEI hire, calling them all DEI hires, impregnated office employee, all actively covered up by the above.
I don't know why it keeps stopping.
Fire all of them, clean it all up, including hiring by skin color and not merit. Boy, he hates DEI. Of course,
okay,
no
first
one
of all, we're
believed
not
him,
going to take
saying
bait.
how you.
We're not going to take the bait. Black people don't jump on that DEI train.
No WTF. Says I'm an ex-scholarship quarterback and still have sources in Ann Arbor. This person calls him out saying that it's Buckeye propaganda. He says, I don't have any connection with Ohio State. And in fact, I was a scholarship quarterback. I'm a Michigan man.
All right, we're going to pause it there. So way before this scandal hits the street, you have this ex-quarterback of the University of Michigan that says, listen, there's wrongdoing being done and they're turning a blind eye to it. I agree. Get them up out of there. We on Lock Nation. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, and it's been a while, Queen. How you been? How's everybody doing? It's sad for the University of Michigan. Sherron Moore was just a puppet. He didn't have didn't have a contract. First and foremost, they could have fired it any time they wanted to. They just saw it as a project to see if he was going to win another or win his first national title. He won his national title with Jim Harbaugh, and then after that, they finally said, "Well, let's see what he does." It was a scandal. It was pretty much a scandal from the beginning. The first person that, not the first, but not the last, the first person that actually we heard this same exact scandal from was Mel Tucker from Michigan State. He basically couldn't keep his thing in his pants and ended up becoming an internet persona with some white woman. Fast forwarding, same thing happened, only he got a woman pregnant and sent her some type of kit to abort the child. University of Michigan had actually covered it up. We found that out long before, but then he didn't start hearing about this until they started losing games. First was Oklahoma, then it was UFC, and then Ohio State. After the Ohio State, that's when it all just turned loose, and he no longer has a job. It's very sad for him, but what's sad about it is they already knew. So, in my opinion, the blue bloods. This is what blue bloods do. They pretty much test you. They test you and they test the waters, and if you don't do what they say, pretty much that's when the scandal happens. But this is all his fault, and hopefully he can bounce back from it. But stay away from them snow muddies.
He said what he said. I have to agree with you. I think we are only responsible for our behavior. It is just crazy. It's like overnight, right? And with that being said, it's being rumored that the athletic director has been fired too and released from Michigan. So some people would say, well, hold on. Why? Well, let's talk about it real quick and then we're done, y'all. So if you take a look at the history of his hirings and how long he's been in this position and the different head coaches that he's hired that have people believe have tarnished the brand and the name of the University of Michigan and the spirit of Wolverines, a history. Watch this. Sherron Moore, watch this. Michigan has had a history of scandal. Former coach Jim Harbaugh is effectively banned from coaching college football.
I mean, damn, that's guilt for you. That shows that it wasn't just, it was Harbaugh, it was his program, There were a lot of culprits involved, and clearly, what are we talking about here? Sign stealing and all of this stuff. I mean, my God, this is the kind of stuff that happened that clearly gave them a competitive advantage, and it does render the wins by Michigan illegitimate, which means that championship banner shouldn't be hanging up there. They shouldn't be recognized as national champions. We shouldn't even talk about them in that light.
Good morning, Rhiannon. So several female college athletes are part of this class action lawsuit against former University of Michigan assistant football coach Matthew Weiss. Well, now the suit is naming football coach Jim Harbaugh and other Michigan officials.
This morning, new details into a bombshell allegation just ahead of the NFL preseason. Former Michigan Wolverines head coach Jim Harbaugh, who is now head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, named as a defendant in a class action lawsuit brought by several female athletes against the University of Michigan and others. The lawsuit alleges Harbaugh and other top school officials learned just before a major playoff game in 2022 that assistant football coach Matthew Weiss was allegedly accessing female students' personal information, including their intimate photos. The plaintiffs say Harbaugh and the officials did nothing.
Man, let a job come to me and offer me $30 million over the course of 5 years. That's $6.1 million a year for 5 years to do something that I love. And one of the stipulations to immediate termination is dating a coworker.
Yeah, he ain't getting that 16 million that's left on the table. He had 2 more years to go in his contract. They're gonna take that money and pay his and pay for his and do damage control. Now, listen, the only thing I have to say about the athletic director is this. I truly believe you are what you attract. If you've constantly recruited men with sexual addictions, hold on. I got questions. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Almost definitely.
Everybody's corrupt. Everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Simone.
Everyone's corrupt up there. The whole regime and the AD. If this is true, I'm not surprised that he has been fired because he needs to be fired. They've known about this for over a year at this point. They know that this coach was doing inappropriate things with staffers. They just cover it up because men cover for men. They look over things until it affects their money, until they start losing games. And I saw what you saw too, Queen. I saw his hand shaking, but I don't feel no ways. I don't feel bad, good, or indifferent. He's been dealing with this for this is a 39-year-old man. He's not a spring chicken. He ain't got no milk behind his ears. He knows what he's doing. So I don't feel anything for him. I feel something for his children and his wife. That's who I may feel something for. But as far as him, he gets what he gets. He has to go through it like anyone else would have to go through it. As far as this program has been they have had so many scandals in this program, but they cover it up when they're winning. He knows what his role was. He was not supposed to mess up. He was supposed to walk the straight and narrow. He cannot get away with what a Jim Harbaugh can get away with and go coach in the NFL. He cannot get away with the coach of the Patriots, the one that's down there messing with their little girl now. He can't get away with the same thing. He cannot play the game like they play the game. They're only going to allow him so much room before they do this to him. And again, I'm not blaming anyone else. That he did this to himself. He took the bait. Ain't nothing new under the sun. The game is still the game. He know what's up, but he thought he could do what he wanted to do with the snow bunnies and whatnot. And this is what it led back to. All his money's going right back to them. Just like the honorable, and I don't want to say his name because I know you two don't like him. Just like what you talked about, the minister so-and-so. Mm-hmm. It's all there. It's all written. It ain't nothing new. He knew what was up. He just didn't think he was going to get caught. She lied the first time. He thought he was able to play this game with them, and they played him. They always were playing him. He was just too stupid to see it.
All right. So wealthy. Y'all talking about who is this? That voice sounds familiar. That's Simone. I know who you is. It ain't Simone cruise with Simone. That is Simone. We ain't gonna even say the name you think it is. Trust me. That's Simone. That's why I tell people don't be misidentifying people. That's how we got to domestically.
No, my name too.
Okay. Don't be talking about that. Oh, that's so and so. See, that's how you end up in court lying on folks.
Queen Sheba, do you remember the Juan Dixon situation with the student who complained about the assistant coach and all of that? Do you remember that situation?
And nothing happened.
Right. And Juan Dixon is back coaching. Do you think it could be the same result for this guy?
No, because Juan Dixon didn't sleep with anybody. Juan
Well,
Dixon
allegedly.
but no claims have been brought up against him on that. The only thing that's like you telling your boss that somebody did something to you, and then let's say if I'm your boss and I investigate, all I can say is, listen, I investigated just like they did at Michigan. I asked them if they were seeing each other. They said no. That's all I can do.
Okay.
So that's why I believe Juan is coaching again.
Mm-hmm. And plus, she's a black woman, a black student, so they didn't care.
See, what's his name? Sherron Moore. It's not gonna be that easy for him because he pissed off the investors. He pissed off the alumni. They hired an attorney. It's pretty much a witch hunt. Like the amount, like it's right in the middle of this and that. They're about to, they have a game. It's just crazy. They're going to make an example out of him. They're not happy with the athletic director. And unfortunately, this is problems that the university has had well before he came along. This toxic sex culture of these head football coaches that have an appetite for young women that they are not married to. They're not, they have no dick discipline, right? And they're doing what they want. So they're going to nail him to the cross.
And honestly, although I do think that whore, had her little role in it. She went back after she got fired and, did what she did. But I'm not mad at them having to pay out a whole bunch of money, because you just look at how much that they knew a year ago, but they didn't say anything or push the issue. Obviously, they lied for each other at that time, but they didn't push the issue because they were waiting to see if they were going to have a winning season.
Yeah,
that's it. Yep. It's all about wins and losses for them. They don't care about that. They make billions. These universities that make billions. And Harbaugh, he left because of the scandal, but he also left because he wasn't able to recruit like he once did, because the NIL has effectively in what they quote unquote say messed up how they recruit, because they can't recruit certain players because they got these NIL deals. But when they were in them slavery contracts, or they couldn't even get a hamburger from someone without getting suspended, everything was good. But that's a whole nother story.
How I see it, I want to come back to your question real quick, and I know somebody's about to go. When you said Juan Dixon was able to work, do I think Sherron Moore will be able to work? No. You have to think about the scandal, what happened prior to the scandal, the salary, doubling somebody's salary, utilizing money that doesn't belong to you, and then after you were fired. See, Juan went home after he was fired. Sherron went to the girl's house and forced his way in. So that's a no for me, dog.
could we draw this down to him having a temporary moment of insanity when he went to her house?
No, don't nobody want that.
You feel like he was insane all along?
Don't nobody want that in their university around girls.
No. I mean, generally speaking,
nervous breakdown when he knew he wasn't gonna get the rest of the millions on his contract. He had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Generally speaking, do you think it was like a temporary moment of insanity when he realized, like, I'm about to lose everything?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say, tell it to the judge.
He didn't have when he was sliding and slipping and sliding. He wasn't insane then. Everything was good.
Wow.
It was good. Everything was fine then.
They weren't. Let's just face it. They were going to make him the primary head coach anyway at a blue blood university like the University of Michigan. They were not going to let him do that. They were probably going to let him go anyway.
Was he not?
The primary, he took over when Harbaugh got in trouble.
So he was interim.
He was in the interim.
Okay, gotcha. I see. Go ahead.
But they were going to give him a little test to see if he can actually do it, and he was successful his first couple of years beating Ohio State. Now, but you have to prove when the alumni is getting millions and millions, and just to give you a little taste, Michigan State just got $400 million from a family who is worth billions. That's how important the corporations like Big Ten, the FFs, the EFC or whatever. I'm a Big Ten guy. So all these different programs are getting millions and millions of dollars because of the AI deal. And they give you so many chances. It's like pretty much 3 strikes you're out. But you winning games of programs, they'll cover it up for you. Just like the programs of the South, just like the Florida, Alabama back in the day, all those particular programs will help you cover up any type of minor mishaps. But these minor mishaps become major, right? And let me keep it 100. Black head coaches in blue blood universities, blue blood organizations, you have to do what you are told. Like it, love it, hate it.
Well, yeah, when that kind of money's coming in, so I don't think that's why I was saying we unlock. I don't think people understand what they're up against. When can he get another job? No. When you got families donating $400 million, legacies upon legacy, and you say, oh, well, she has the power. She ain't got nothing.
So I'm trying to understand. Is this like it's a private university?
No, it's not a private, but we're talking money. Forget the
no, because what I'm trying to understand is with these investments, are these investors getting returns like like a normal business?
These are private donors. Okay. These are private
Yes, private donors.
Yes. Okay. It's no different than somebody donating to a presidential campaign. I'm donating because I expect you to make decisions in my favor. The players that I want to see, other things that we're not aware of, and there may be a little return on their investment. Who knows? But the point is, the decisional making power doesn't necessarily lie within the university. It lies with the donors.
This is $1 billion business.
Yes.
$1 billion business.
Thank you.
Taking sports seriously. You winning, they will cover up anything close to the M word. They will cover for you. He wasn't winning this season, from what I'm understanding, was not the best for them. So all this had to come out. It had to, because you had that. I think I sent you that ex-quarterback of Michigan. He's an older guy. He's back in the early 80s quarterback. They've been talking about this for the last 6 months it's been talked about. So they wanted to see how he was going to do with this season, and he failed. So
who else found out too? Well, I'm one person that comes to mind, and it was not college football. It was actually the NFL, and he was at his peak. Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens thought he was bigger than the program, and Jerry Jones squashed his career. Terrell was in the best shape he could have been in.
Yes.
Terrell was he was awesome. He was one of the most dedicated. He produced on the field, but he got out of line. He thought he was bigger than the program. The donors didn't like it. The investors didn't like it. He forgot that he was in Texas.
Well, with that situation, I can tell you straight up. The coach that was before, I forgot what coach it was. The coach that was there before, he did not want them. He did not want Terrell Owens there because all those divas back in the day. We call them divas. The top wide receiver stars back then, we call them divas. But anyway, he ended up. Jerry said, "We're gonna bring him there anyway for a couple of years and see how he does." Now he did perform to the best of his ability, and Terrell Owens always performs. He's 57 years old and still out there playing. But at any rate, dealing with Dallas and dealing with that corporation, that
right, wrong, or indifferent. He got out of line. He thought he was bigger than the program. He had his snow bunnies. He was doing his thing. He was giving people his ass to kiss. And Jerry Jones walked
and mostly complaining to Jerry about certain individuals, like Tony Romo. His roommate at the time was a tight end that, they were a little bit buddy at that particular time, and having Terrell come in and start complaining that he wasn't getting enough touches, or this play was wrong and that play was wrong. It sends attention. It sends tension.
But it still goes to the same behavioral patterns. You think you're bigger than the program. You're giving this girl, you doubled her salary. You sleeping with her. You complaining about this. Hold on, right? And then Terrell's complaining about the quarterback, and we love our dear Tony Romo, right?
And you caught him crying.
Talking back to Jerry Jones. I'm not saying you can or can't. I'm just saying Terrell forgot he was the help, and Sherron forgot he was the help. I don't give a damn how much money they put in your pocket. You're still the help. You don't come to me and talk to me as if you are on my level and talk to me about Tony. You need to make an appointment. You don't get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Tony is Jerry Jones' boy. You can't.
That's right.
Tony could do no wrong. Okay.
Oh yes.
And Tony wasn't no winning quarterback. Okay, he was not as good as, what was the one with the blonde hair back in the day that won with him in the 90s and early 2000s? I can't think of his name. Troy Aikman. He wasn't no Troy Aikman. He wasn't no Troy. Tony wasn't near that, but Jerry Jones loved him. Jerry Jones looked at him as a son. So you come in there talking noise against Tony? Boy, please. They shut him down.
Offended. Like, you can't, like, people got to understand the dynamics of power. You can't come in. Don't take a seat at the table as if you're one of us.
Right.
See, Jerry can come down to the field, but you can't come up to the press box.
Right.
You can't. You telling Jerry Jones what to do, and it's like you coming off the field to come up and say, "Hey, it's just." I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling how these people be thinking. How dare you? Who are you?
Why do you think back in those days, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and I forgot what the wide receiver was. How come you think they got away with drugs back then?
Well, it was Michael Irvin, not Emmett. We not
Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
No. It was all three.
I ain't never heard nothing about no Emmett.
No, I ain't heard nothing about
it. It was all three. I am a Cowboy. I've been a Cowboy fan for 20-some years.
To the side there that they went.
Now,
and
I've
did
been
business.
listen. Okay, I knew Michael Irvin. Remember when he held that girl hostage in that house and she was hanging out the window? They was buying them drugs.
Yes,
but it was not in it. Why
and he still talk like he's still doing drugs.
It wasn't. He did his thing, but he wasn't. I don't think he was into the drugs.
And to this day, Jerry Jones loved him some Emmitt Smith
and Michael Irvin. And Michael. Huh?
Does he love Michael?
Yes, he does.
I looked at that documentary on Netflix a few months ago. Michael Irvin was all up in there. He loved Michael and Emmett.
That's when it was Big Nate Newton, Michael Irvin, baby. I'm talking
and Leon Lett. Let's not forget Leon. Let's not forget Leon Lett. Most of them
I remember.
That's offensive lineman. He did drugs too.
You
all did drugs back in the 90s.
We Cowboys fans over here, y'all. We Cowboys fans.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry too.
Well, you know what? I think I can't hear you. Let me drop you down. Come back up here.
My bad.
Oh, now, okay. Now
Y'all,
let's get back to Sherron.
okay,
Now,
y'all go ahead.
okay,
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta go get me a glass of champagne. I'll be right back.
okay. Now let's get on to Sherron. What do y'all think his wife is going to do next? What do you think her moves? Because I mean, would you guys feel comfortable in the house with him, seeing that he has been idol? I didn't want to say the S word, but you know what I mean.
Divorce is very expensive.
Yeah, but I don't know. They overcome something like this? Because she was friends with her. They had showing pictures of them sitting next to each other at games. They were friends, not to say that it means a lot, but on social media, they were posted up and following each other on platforms and all this. So, do you
This
guys
is
think
what I
the
know.
wife didn't know anything, and this comes all as a surprise to her, or do you think she knew and just kind of let him do his thing?
This ain't no shock. He's getting money. He's temporarily the head of a university when it comes to coaching, right next to Dusty May and all those other people. But you have, and I've been married for 16 years. Regular marriages like this, you pretty much finding an apartment somewhere. You pretty much out the door. But when you getting money, X amount of, let's say, 1, 2, 5, X out $1 million, you have at least what? I'll give him 3 to 6 months.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
But ain't he about 18 million deep now, ain't he?
What do you mean 3 to 6 months? What, for a divorce or no divorce?
Until his wife said enough is enough.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, watch this play. Watch this play. I'm gonna hit y'all upside y'all head. Hold on. I'm gonna hit you upside your head with something you haven't considered and you are probably not aware of. Okay. So let me hit you upside your head. All right. So the university, here's why the university, they're gonna get rid of him, but they're gonna be fine in the long run. When you have corporations, even universities, and you have CEOs, high profile individuals that work for you, you're legally able to obtain what they call key person insurance. They have life insurance on him. They have it for every head coach that comes through, right? He's an intricate part of the think tank. I don't know the strategy, the business strategy, right? Because he's the one that makes the decisions, the recruiting. There's billions of dollars on the line. So when you come in, CEO, COO, head coach, they do get life insurance policies on you. They probably can get them in the amount of a 10-year contract or a 20-year, whatever they can afford. Typically, when you have those type of policies, even you that have regular folks, you can get it for up to 10 times their annual salary. His annual salary is $5 million. Times that by 10. What is that? That's 50. Now, here's the thing. Suicide is not covered on life insurance if you take your life within the first 2 years. I think we're a little bit past 2 years. Y'all see the play?
Okay.
No matter what happens to him, should he decide he want to be on this earth or not, they're going to get paid $50 million. That's the university. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Key person insurance. That's why all these black rappers come up dead, in my opinion. Allegedly. In my opinion. That's why they huge. How much they finna pay him? Okay, but times it by 10, boo-boo. And then all of a sudden, 2 years into the rap game, 2 years and 1 day he's off. Start looking up these rappers and say, how long was they on their label before they went away? And you do the math.
Take off.
Watch this. So then the wife, if I were the wife, watch this. If you're going to divorce him, you got to do it now. This is when she has to use her white privilege to come in while they feel sorry for you so that they can give you something. They may give them a little bit of a salary under the conditions that it goes to the wife and the kids. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But if she want to jump fly and put her chest out for her man and for her man, the white folks may slap her hand. That's what I got. Those are my thoughts.
See, I understood key. What did you call it? Key insurance? What is it called? Key something? Key person. Because I thought about it for professional, NFL, NBA, but I never thought about it with the college, at the college level. Now, do they do that with students on the college level or just the coaching staff? Coaches and staff.
You can do that on the players. You can do that on the coaching staff. That's why they all can't be on the same flight.
So that makes sense, though. Yeah, I mean, I can see that playing out that way. But she's gonna have to do something this week. She's gonna have to file this week. She got to giddy up because he already out as we speak. He's out.
Can somebody Google real quick? Who's ever in the chat? Can somebody Google? Does college universities take out key person insurance on head coaches and watch, even in the NFL?
Oh, I know they do it in the NFL because I know I used to do it for Miami because I didn't know about it until
college football is just as popular as the NFL. There's people like on Saturday.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, because you're playing the players now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is deep. This has so many caveats. This is so deep. He has affected so many people with him taking the bait. He has affected so many people with this situation.
Worst thing about it is he did it to himself.
Huh?
I said the worst thing about it is he did it to himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're saying the season, they would have just maybe, fired him or, don't hire him on as a permanent, and he'd gone about his business, still get coaching positions in different teams or schools or whatnot. And, it's that happens. That's turnover. That's normal. But the way he went out with this, I don't even think he would get a high school job.
Now he gets to join Tucker with his dumbass.
This is good. You're gonna have to keep covering this so we can see the fallout and how this is going to go down. I'm really interested to see what happens with the wife, and they probably won't tell us what I call her what she is, a whore. She's 32 years old. She ain't no spring chicken. If she was already fired, so they can't technically do anything to her. But I would be interested to see what this. Oh yeah, they're gonna pay her
right now.
You what?
They're already writing her check right now.
How much you think she'll get?
Probably about. If they don't want a scandal, it just depends on what her attorney is. They probably already, when he fired her, it was Monday, right?
Yes.
And Wednesday he was fired. So her attorney probably contacted them with an intent to sue. Say 10 million. Okay, watch this. I can see that because he has 16 million still left on the table. It's not out of their pocket, it's his pocket. That's why they put out to CBS News when they gave their official statement. They said if there's any parties involved, please come forward. They want to go ahead and pay for this shit and get it out the way.
They sure did. They did say that.
Yeah, they want to get this out the way. Because we got football. So who we owe some money to, y'all? It ain't like they not like regular people.
And she's going to use the coercion defense. I felt like if I told the truth, they were going to fire me, and I ended up fired anyway. So I want to tell the truth now.
She don't have to say a word. He was wrong. They gonna give us something. So she don't sue, and so that everything is not released to the public. They don't want any more things going on record where we can comb through the bad behavior. Because not only it's not just about her, it's about some other stuff that she probably would have seen.
Yes. Yeah, they're gonna pay her quickly. because they don't want all of the other stuff that she knows, and just people in general. I mean, you go down the rabbit hole over there on TikTok or whatever, you got all kind of students and people who work for staff saying that they saw XYZ happening. And especially I'm hearing more and more about this. Well, I don't know if he's fired or not, but this AD. They're saying a lot of stuff about him, that he protected a lot of things with players as well, with some bad behaviors that happen. So it's just, but when you're winning it, you're up. You're up. They'll cover it up, the alumni included. But when you losing, you got to go. Because they were good when they were winning. And if they had a winning season to this, we wouldn't be speaking right now about this.
I have a question. Is she going to keep the baby, or she did keep the baby?
Well, do we even know for a fact that she's pregnant? We don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I done heard so much about that. I heard that she had an AB,
pregnant,
and then I heard that she currently is.
I don't
like
think
so. She had one last year, and that's why he bumped it up. And then I heard, over there on Twitter, they said that she's currently.
I don't believe that. I just don't.
I mean, I can see that could be used to justify why he bumped up her. Well, why he thought he could bump up her pay. That if he went and forced him to.
We not dealing with Kizzy that work at Amazon.
Not Kizzy.
But I mean, Queen, think about it.
This girl's dad is a scout in the NFL.
Right
there.
Right.
Most black girls don't even have a daddy at home.
But what if she used that as leverage? Like, okay, you were gonna make me get this AB, and you ruining my life. So
this is a 32-year-old woman that just like she told what happened when she got mad and has a personality. She didn't want that baby if she took it. Because
gotcha.
Flip the script in. I mean, she ain't no punk. She's actually diabolical. She made friends with his wife.
No punk. Oh, well, she need to watch her back. Well, depending on what type of woman his wife is, because that was crazy too. Because there's pictures coming out that they she considered her friendly associate or something. So that's going to be interesting too. But I don't know. I would like to know if she is currently pregnant with him, with his baby, or not. That would be
your mic went out. Go closer to your mic.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I had a text messages coming through. It would be interesting to know if she is currently pregnant, because they still.
I don't think her family would stand for that. She don't. There's no benefit in keeping. Let me tell you how some people benefit in having a child for him right now. Financially,
none, because he's about to be broke.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Unless I don't see her as being just. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she's pregnant, and I just don't.
She may not be, but I know she. Who cares about her? She knew what was up when she started the situation.
They said,
but they've been doing this for a few years.
You take out key person insurance on head coaches, especially in the United States, but it isn't universal, and it depends on the school financial risk strategy and resources. I'm gonna probably say for most D1, that's Division I universities that are football giants, you probably can expect there are key person insurance taken out on head coaches. And guess who owns it? The university.
The school.
Forever.
Have you more learned any lessons from Shannon Sharp or Tiger Woods? Has he learned any lessons at all? No, he did not. It's just a disappointment. But anyways, Queen, I got some business I got to handle. It's been a pleasure once again. Conversation with you and the panel, and stay away from these snow bunnies. Gotta go. Oh, it was something I was thinking. Hello, Queen. Can y'all hear me? Is anyone there?
What are you gonna speak on? I don't think the women realize how personal this is to the University of Michigan. They're gonna block him. You remember how Nene said she felt like she was being blocked? She would have things scheduled and all of a sudden they wouldn't call her back. I don't think y'all realize how deep this goes and how corrupt things can be. He ain't getting no speaking engagement. I mean, y'all may give him one and give him like $2,000 to show up. But money comes to me that he could have been getting $50K, and they do pay that amount. I know that for a fact. Certain people, I'll start with Alex Tucson from Peloton. His appearance fee is $50K for 1 hour. Yes, ma'am.
Jeez.
They make that kind of money. I try to get him as a keynote speaker.
Ooh.
He was well out about it. Oh, hold on. Let me call you back. Let me call you right back.
Well, he can get on that podcast with Trayvon Boykin.
It's just, I mean, he could. He gonna have to. Right now, he needs a lot of male influence around him. He needs to just be like in the safe house with other men that can just.
But here's the problem, Queen. They don't think nothing was wrong with what he was doing. That's the problem. That's why he's been doing it for so long. The men that he's been around, they think it's okay for him to cheat on his wife.
A lot of men, Simone.
You don't think so?
No, ma'am.
This is football. His staff, all those
I think
people?
he surrounds himself with women.
Why you say that? I mean, I didn't dig into his personal life that much, but
you don't see photos of him out with just his homeboys or grown men. People with secrets like that don't really socialize too much with their peers. Even Shannon. People were saying,
so you don't think he had no best buddies? No. Well, I can't tell you. I can't affirm that the little town that he was raised in, that is definitely his family probably wasn't too many black people in that town. It's a town outside of Wichita, Derby, Kansas, little bitty hick town.
Well, he damn sure ain't got no friends. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting like people with bad behaviors. It's just no. You get exposed quicker the more people you're around.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, I can see that, but I just men, they tend to stick by each other. That's why I was saying I didn't think that they
Mauricio said his best buddy is what got him in trouble. I don't think he got a lot of friends like that. I think hey, how you doing? That kind of thing. I think now if nobody's coming out to speak on him, you don't hear anybody say, that's my friend. I never knew. Nobody's coming out as a man to say, we're really good friends. I'm so disappointed. That's not the guy I know.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. I could have told you that's a nah, because it would have been out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very, and then some men like that, they around women because they can dominate and control the narrative. And I don't mean dominate like be abusive. They just men start to say, what's up? What you doing? Why are you walking around campus with her? You know that look bad, right? So he's avoiding accountability by avoiding other men.
Well, we'll see how this goes. I know he was released out on bond, but I think he might need to be in one of those 72-hour holds outside of the jail experience, because this is a lot for him. I mean, he's been taken down, like Cat Williams said, in one weekend. He has been taken down very fast, swift. Although we know from behind the scenes, it's been kind of building up, but all the social media attention, news media attention.
He should check himself if he's smart, and he's not. He's not smart, but if he were smart, he would. And if he had smart people around him, and he doesn't, and he won't, and a lot of the other men were able to bounce back because they got friends, and they have other men from other organizations that said it's going to be okay, and they didn't take down systems. And this is an educational institution who's never dealt with Black people in the history of their existence. And the one time they do, you do this, y'all. This ain't just no simple Fames. This is not a simple sideline. This is not a simple adultery case. No. You screwed over the University of Michigan. That's all he's going to be known for. That's it. That's all. Don't nobody care about the cheating if he would have done it the way the other white men do it that are there. You don't shit where you eat. That's one of the things, dude. We don't do that here. And had we known about it or had you told us, we would have helped you out. They feel betrayed. Lied to. That's it.
Yeah.
Tell me what the public knows so I can protect my investment. If you and I like getting into this stuff, and typically I just talk about it with my husband. That's why I don't know who did it, but somebody put a hit out on Brian Thompson, the CEO of United. You know why? Because he lost $25 billion.
Oh God.
He could steal how much did he get? 16 million?
Did you say 25 million or 25 billion?
I think it was the investors. 25 billion disappeared. They were under investigation by the Department of Justice. He knew it. He lied. And guess what? There were 3 of them that lost those investors' money and stole from the investors. He got the smallest cut. See, he's the only one that was unalived. So people don't like when you mess with their money and then lie to them.
I remember reading about that, but I haven't thought about that since then. 25 billion. Yeah.
People don't like lie to them. And I'm talking about that type of money when I could have protected it. We would have given you something. This is okay. We all do that. But when I asked you, you should have told me. That's what you're dealing with. And now we stand to lose a lot by way of reputational, by way of players that would have brought in profits from memorabilia. They would have sold tickets. Y'all, this is way bigger than what most of us can even wrap our minds around it. Even me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is.
And like the message that the school put out, if anyone else has been affected, it could be some other ladies coming forward. We may not know about it, but the school might want to handle it behind the scenes. But if they choose to go via the school or via court or something like that, I don't know, but I think it might be more women coming forward as well. Not just that OnlyFans crap, not just them chicks, but other women at the school.
Somebody say he needs to go to a foreign country. You remember when the Honorable Nouri Muhammad was talking to Cam Newton, and he says, "Why is it that you can master everything except your sex drive? Why is a man like you so disciplined, but when it comes to sex, you lose all control?" Y'all don't remember that conversation? We covered it. And then Cam gave old bullshit ass answer, right? Whatever. Just for being a boy, right? Now you're in front of a man and you don't have the words to be able to articulate your why because you're used to just dealing with women.
Oh.
Let's talk about it. When you say, does he have friends? No, men like that don't have a lot of friends. They deal with women that they sleep with. That's it. So when you get in front of an Honorable Nouri Muhammad, a man who's been able to fast, exercise self-discipline by denying himself food on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, however long he decides to fast, to exercise discipline. So now you can't really articulate. And yeah, he's a man in the physical, but he's not really when you put him up against a real man. That's why that other man, Cam Newton had a hard time. Who is this man right here? I'm going to play y'all this. You sent it to me. Hold on. Okay. Y'all watch this. Measure people by who they go up against and the words that they use. Don't count them when they're out there wilding out by themselves and having sex and drinking and partying, and Cam putting women and kind of, Dr. Cheyenne Bryan, that's nothing. She want the limelight. And Cheyenne, I'm sorry. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not impressed by her sitting in front of Cam Newton's. I want to see her. I'm not impressed with her sitting in front of Shannon Sharp's. Those are men that have not tamed their sexual desire. They see her as a piece of meat.
Right. Yeah.
Get in front of somebody and let me see you go.
Who do you think would be a formidable I guess, what do you want to say, host or who could interview her, that would,
I
that
would
would
say
be a good
this.
interview.
This is how
Besides
you'll
yourself,
know.
of course.
I can't give you personality in this moment, but I'll tell you
Mhm.
what you'll see if she does get in front of the right personality. What you will see is her become the Queen Sheba.
Okay.
See, a lot of people have a problem with my name.
Oh,
No, no, no,
yeah.
no, hold on, but they don't understand what it represents.
Right.
And the value of Queen Sheba being in the Bible, because when she went to see King Solomon, she didn't talk, she listened.
Mhm.
You'll know when Dr. Cheyenne Bryan is in front of the right personality and a true solid man of wisdom, because you're going to see her become her best self. She's a smart lady.
Mhm.
And smart people love taking in wisdom if you got something to say.
Right. That yeah. Mm.
Um,
Ah.
this guy, I'm gonna show you this guy, and then I keep saying I'm gonna go. This guy, I'm gonna show you him. I do not know his name. He's dark. He's a dark skinned guy, older gentleman. He mastered his self control too, because he said he just came out, y'all. I think I sent it. I'm not gonna play everything he said.
Is this the one with the white beard?
Yes. Did you
Mm.
send that to me?
But I saw what you're talking about.
His
He
name is
has a bald head.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name Jason?
Oh, I forgot his name. I think, isn't he a professor or something like that?
He's a philosopher, in my opinion. People
Okay.
like that, I call him a philosopher.
Okay.
I didn't like how he irritated Cam Newton. Cam Newton was in the, I wish y'all can go back. Hold on. Y'all, send me that clip. Oh, maybe Somali sent it to me. Hold on. Yes, she did. Hold on. Sure did. There we go. Thank you, Somali. All right, here we go. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, man. They won't let me. YouTube tripping. Oh, man. I'm not sure how to.
Is it on someone's IG page?
I forgot his name.
What I saw was a clip.
Yep, you sure right. I can do it that way. What's the name of this page? Hold on. On site. Let me go find it real quick. Give me a couple of seconds, and then hold on. I think I can find it. All righty. Here we go. Let me know when y'all can see my screen. I don't know what he needs. I'm still trying to figure out when y'all say he needs to be in therapy. I don't think he should be alone, but I think right now he don't need a woman around him.
No, he definitely doesn't need to be alone, because if he is on that end, he could definitely go ahead and, but honestly, but then when I was down in the chat when you talk about the butter knives thing. I don't know if he really wanted to do anything to himself, because when you're in that, well, I'm not a, professional or anything, but if you're going to do something, you're going to do it. You ain't going to get no dang on butter knife. Okay.
Nah, he didn't want
And you're going to get the real thing, and you're going to go drive wherever you're going to do and do whatever, but I think he was obviously crashing out for sure. But as far as him seriously doing that, I don't think he was at that point. I think he was mad and crashing out and was about to whoop her behind, but
I do. You know where I can see him right now? A rehab facility, like the one that's out in a rural area around nature and animals. And some of y'all say that sounds nice and pretty. Well, that's the first way to kind of get him out of where he is right now to be able to get the help that he needs, where he has no contact with anybody, just himself and nature. He's on a routine and the schedule. Because you do have some mental health concerns. And the first thing is making sure that he's in a state of mind where he does not want to harm himself and or inflict harm on himself or others. And the reason why you have to take these steps is because there's 3 little innocent kids involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the last thing you need to do is pick up the newspaper or turn on the news and hear about something that could have been prevented. So that would be my first thing, is to isolate him in the most beautiful surroundings that maybe Michigan can go ahead and do that. It shows good faith on their end. They don't owe him that, but it's in the spirit of a Wolverine, right? It will be actually a great media. What do y'all call it? How you?
It'll be something to help maybe
image
get
control.
a little bit. Yeah, image control, help him somewhat.
Like, damn, Michigan's paying for him to go away. Why is this important? Can I tell y'all something? Places like this cost to the tunes of $60,000 and up, and they only accept cash. They do not accept privatized insurance. That's crazy.
They don't say no private insurance.
No, ma'am. You got to pay cash outright, walking in the door. I know that for a fact, not because I've been. One of my friends have.
Well, that's what they need to do.
And yeah.
Well, hopefully they will offer that to him to at least get him back, because a lot of people are complaining in the manner in which he was let go. Typically something of this magnitude, I guess they have someone from HR and maybe another security person nearby. They said that the AD did it with no one around, just him and Sherron.
Well, that just goes
about
to that just hold on. That just goes to show that the protocol is not being fired, right? And people choose to do what they want to do. Now, they're not going to do that for him. This is my brain thinking. They don't own this brain. This is my brain thinking to solve problems. The reason why they're not going to do that for him, they don't have the right people in the room to be able to think that deep and solution that fast and that hard. And the most beautiful way to flip the script and start to get the numbers in their favor. That's what I would recommend that you do. But they're not going to do that for him. But just in case somebody's listening, they should.
Yeah, they should, but I won't hold my breath, that's for sure. And if they do, they probably wouldn't. I don't know. They may not even speak on it to the public. But
you can't tell nobody that. Yeah.
The ongoing investigation. It's going to be an ongoing investigation, because if other students come forward, because it was like the worst kept secret. I mean, if you go down some of these rabbit holes in the social media pages, so many students are talking about what they saw. It
wasn't the worst kept secret. They knew. They just football comes first.
Yeah.
That's why I say women don't really understand that.
No, we don't. Because I had a long conversation this morning with a friend of mine, and I was asking, we were talking about this, and he was like, it's just something that I don't know if they think they can control the situation, but it always ends up out of control. This situation, you would think you got the money, you got the status, you got that position. You know what I mean? People are looking up to you, although you may not be winning at the moment. You think that's a lot of men's goals.
Oh. Yep. Simone, let me show you this. I don't like Cam Newton. I don't think y'all really understand Cam Newton or have a good feel for him. I'm not gonna say I'm right, but I'm gonna say this. Cam has a very disposition to me, and it comes out in moments, and you're gonna miss it if you're not paying attention. He's very domineering, controlling, and abrupt, and kind of violent, but he does a good job of tucking it in when he's in front of people he feels like he can dominate, or he's been able to kind of get you to say what he beat up the mascot. Did y'all see that? That was so unnecessary.
When recently or back in the day?
Recently, he beat up that mascot in front of the
I
camera.
didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
Just for no reason. Watch
Huh.
this. I think his dad made him that way. His dad is a minister. He don't like his daddy. Hold on. Watch this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he beat up that mascot. Anybody got that mascot clip?
Yeah, I want to see it. I didn't see. I didn't even hear about that. I know. I do remember about a year ago. He was at some sort of a football camp, and he had to yank away that student. Had to get with. It was some player. Yeah, they tried to jump him, and he got with them. But you know, that was self defense
for that. But watch this. Just watch this. Here we go.
As we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, Mr. Jason, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. I would have loved to have a question from the crew today with certain individuals, but that's going to have to wait. Yes, sir. Yeah. As we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say what? One love. All right. It's going to look similar like this. We got your camera or my camera right here, your camera right here, our camera right here. It's going to be one finger. Then we're going to add the pinky. Then add the thumb.
Y'all pay very
I saw that.
All right, here we go.
When I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
You ready? Here we go. One finger. You got to do it with me, brother. That's just the sign of love.
Okay, so I hear you. Can I share something else?
Please.
This symbol is called Mana Canuno. It's a satanic salute as well. Google it.
He ain't trying to hear that shit.
Nope.
Watch this. He's defiant in spirit and mind, body and soul. That's why he can have as many kids as he does. And I think Jasmine Brown is a very beautiful girl. However she chooses, but that's her life. But that's how he can justify living the life that he lives, the way he lives it, because a lack of accountability. And then when wisdom is ushered in through the door by way of a very, very solid, wise man, you rebuke it. And then you try to dominate him by getting him under the guise, a premise of love to put up a satanic signal. And when he sets his boundaries, you do this because it works in the hood. Watch this. Just look at what Cam does. See, anybody else would have folded that was weak. Watch this.
It's a satanic salute as well. Google it. So for me, listen.
See, you doing that in an interview, that's disrespectful, but that work with boys, not men.
Listen to me. Listen, Cam, listen. Son, listen to me. I'm saying that not to judge you. You listening? I'm saying that I can't participate in that part, but I can't say one love. I'm just falling in line with my own convictions. Can we reset, son?
Yes, I can.
Come on. You leaving me hanging?
Oh. But I just...
So you want him to do one love, a satanic signal, but you don't want to do a handshake. Let's continue.
I think sometimes...
It's just a personal conviction.
I'm not trying to judge your personal conviction, but what I am also saying, you should consider the intentions. My intentions is not.
Okay, let's reset. I know your intentions are good.
Okay.
You looking at me, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm serious.
Yes, sir.
I have to follow what is in me.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Satanists do that same salute. You can Google it. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't mean to you something different.
No, it is a universal
love
sign.
and that's awesome.
Love.
And that's awesome.
And I'm giving you love.
You know what you give me love through? This.
Okay. There you go.
See, here's the thing. This would have never been an issue if you'd allowed him to just not to choose to bow out. Nobody would have noticed it. We wouldn't have noticed it. It wouldn't have been incorporated into the podcast. But he didn't do, and a lot of y'all get in trouble about this because y'all always trying to debo somebody, always minding. That's his personal belief. Let that man have his belief. You could have ended it with one love. Nobody would have ever noticed. But when he would not bow down, it became a moment. What are your thoughts, Mom, before I go?
No, I saw this a few weeks ago, and unfortunately, that's how they get a lot of us in there because I didn't know that meant something, demonic. I didn't know that myself. I've seen that before, but I didn't know that. But I looked it up after they said that. So they try to sneak it in through people like Cam Newton and other big figures. They try to sneak stuff in that you may not be aware of. So this was a good moment. I learned something from this, but it also showed a lot about Cam as well. And I do see him. It feels like he wants to be screaming. Sometime he is definitely holding back a lot. In some parts of his personality, I don't know what that's about.
Well, watch him beat up that man. What is it?
You
That
know, you
man.
got to show me
Yeah.
that. You got to show me that because I didn't see that. I didn't see
Okay.
that.
So listen, my husband and I wanted to do something different a couple of years ago. I was like, let's just go to Miami because you hear all the Miami. Huh? We went. I found the cutest hotel. It was like this boutique hotel. They had like this garden in the center. You wouldn't even know that the door led to a hotel because it looks like just a bunch of ivy that grew
Mhm.
on a fence. But if you open it opens up into this beautiful world of this hotel. Absolutely loved it. The food was great, blah, blah, blah. My husband hates Miami, but I said, let's just try it. All these people go. I hated it too. I didn't like it. There's a lot of demonic spirits there, period. New Orleans has a lot of demonic spirits. So does Atlanta, but whatever. I enjoy
Mhm.
Atlanta. I got my little spots, but we go on the main strip. We could walk there and we're on the beach and we're having a good time. And this group of people come and they're handing out like paper with something on it. And it says Christ, right? And it has
Mhm.
like a scripture, but they were chanting something that I couldn't really make out. And she says, come on, say it with me. And I looked at her, I said, no, because I don't know what you're saying. For all I know, even though this paper say Christ, it could be against Christ.
Exactly.
She looked me dead in my eye and smiled, and she never denied it. She never denied it.
Oh,
She looked me dead in my eye, and I looked at her. She smiled, and I smiled. And I think we both understood that she was chanting something against Christ, and I was right. I didn't know, but my thing is, I don't know what you're saying.
exactly.
That's what Jason was like. Listen, I'm not doing that. And a lot of
Mm.
people are easily fooled. Oh, one love. I
Yes.
know what you're
Yes.
doing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's finish this. Hold on.
See, now you know what's deep. Now I feel like I don't want you to think that I'm like
No.
Well, now the energy has hit the room. Now his spirit is vexed.
Mm-hmm.
You no
Yep.
longer feel welcome. There's an elephant in the room because you wouldn't do something that he wanted you to do.
Mm-hmm. You
trying to be holier than
discombobulated.
thou. It's just I used to teach classes on it, and I will, it's something that I've seen. That's
I'm
all.
good. I promise.
So
No, you ain't.
I
I
know
know he ain't good.
your intention is good.
I respect.
I just because Cam, can I be real with you again? As soon as I shift, I got a side of me that I beat down so that I don't be disqualified like the scriptures say. So I gotta raise the bar for me. I don't put that on. I don't tell no one else how to live. But I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths. I play to my strengths.
Yes.
That's all I mean by that. So you don't think Mr. Wilson got it all together. I don't. It's only together because of who I'm in.
And he has to keep strict boundaries. That's it. Remember? That's what we talked about when we opened up. I said the only difference between you and everybody else, they keep themselves from being around things that can derail them. That's the only difference.
Absolutely. And him doing that demonic hand signal, whatever, that would have taken him off of his path. So yeah. But what's his face? Cam, he definitely got shook up a little bit by that. See, he's just used to people going along with whatever he tells them, especially when they come on this show, especially some of the guests that he's had on that show. So, and I has every guest has he done that with every guest? Because I don't really look at him that often. Hey, has that something that he's always been doing, or is
No,
this
he
something new?
just it depends. Okay, so here's the thing. He had Dr. the Honorable Muhammad, Nuri Muhammad on there.
Mm-hmm.
Nuri got him in his place too. But he did, but see, I wonder, and I don't know. Nuri is a man, he's a Muslim man that's very disciplined, number one. very self-control, and he works with a lot of other men. So his approach, he can meet you where you are. He can be soft, he can be this, but he's also a Scorpio. So a part of me is still trying to figure out what approach did he use with Cam Newton, because Cam is still the same. But Nuri was able to handle him just a little bit different, where Cam felt honored to be in front of him. But with Jason, he was constantly testing him throughout. I think Jason triggered him because he reminds him of his father.
I'm going to have to go look at this interview because I didn't see, like I said, I don't really watch him that often, but I'm going to look and see how the interview went and see how the interview was from beginning to end. Because they obviously they were at the end of this interview when they were closing out. So I definitely want to watch that and see, because I've always been not fascinated with Cam, but he just, something about him is just very perplexing. I don't know. I see something behind it. It's like he has a veil up or something.
I got him, y'all. I saw him. Moderators, y'all got to be quick. We got trolls. I got him. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I got him. Y'all got to watch him. And they had the what's the name of that? I can't even say the symbol they had in the chat, because that's a buzzword. I'm not going to say it. Yeah. So y'all got moderators. Y'all got to be on it. If y'all just saw what they put, no, don't put them in timeout. Ban them.
Yeah.
I'm saying
block
ban them, because you got to look at the symbol they're using. I can't say it out loud. Okay, thank you. Oh, y'all got it? They said we got it. They took care of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I can still see him or her. But I think I know who that is. I think I know who that is. Y'all don't remember?
Screenshot it to me.
Wait a minute, Simone. Don't say that. But that's okay. Yeah. Don't time them out, Somali. They gotta go. They can't ever come back over here again. That type of thing, they out of here. But look, that's it. Oh, I can see. I got you too. I got you. That's why I can still see them. Oh, y'all already on it. I got it. Okay. Don't put it, don't put it in my chat. If I say I can't say it, you can't type it. Okay. Who typed that? Because I just deleted it. I'm gonna get off of here. Yeah, I think I know what's going on around here. Somebody did threaten me about doing that, trolling me now. Y'all don't remember?
I heard it. And they making up all kind of.
No. Don't say nothing extra.
Yeah, I'm not.
Remember that? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get off of here then. Well, thanks for having me, Queen. Thanks for having me. I'm about to drop.
All right, let's go, y'all. All right, y'all have a good day, everybody. It was a hell of a conversation, everybody, for pulling up. We appreciate the men that dropped through. We appreciate the moderators. Oh, listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, the moderators got their gifts. I think they liked it. So thank you for all of your donations to the palace. I shipped them their Christmas gifts on the behalf of the palace and myself, and they enjoyed it. And thank you, everybody. Sarah said this was amazing. Thank you. Lucy, you're gonna have to rewind the live. We're about to end. That's good to know, Sharonda. No, okay. That's a good question. I said I was gonna get off of here. Dang. Can I think out loud? Do y'all give me permission to think out loud? I do it a lot. I just don't do it in front of y'all. And it's going to be discombobulated. Queen, do you think Cam responded in that way to Nuri Muhammad because of the level of respect and intelligence he carries? No. No. That's not why I think he responded that way. Because of the reputation he carries. To say she eating hers now. Somali. So okay, let's talk about it real quick before I answer Aisha's question. Somali lives in Africa, and their gifts, the place that I got the gifts from, they don't ship to Africa. So Somali's gift is delayed because I had to order her gift and I'm going to ship her gift when I get it to Africa. So Somali will be a few weeks. Then she'll be like, I got my gift, Palace. Thank you. So yeah, her gift should be getting to me, I think Monday or Tuesday. But thank you for all you do, because I your Cash Apps, your Super Chats, and make sure that my my moderators felt loved. That's it. I've already asked them. All right, so let me answer this. Can I think out loud? Y'all said I can. And then I'm for real, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna quit. Thank you, Miss Yo-Yo Monet. Miss Yo-Yo Monet said, this is so good. All right, let's see. Let me think out loud. Let's go to Aisha really quick. Queen, do you think Cam responded that way to Nuri Muhammad because of the level of respect and intelligence Nuri carries? No, I don't. Because if you listen to Cam Newton, when he talks, he compares himself to men like Nuri Muhammad and compares himself to men that's in a pulpit like his dad. And he knows the notoriety that comes to men like that. But he also feels like men like that can never imagine what it feels like to be an NFL star. I think Cam Newton responded to Nuri Muhammad, the honorable Nuri Muhammad, the way he did is because he felt like when he felt his energy and his presence in real time, he knew it was the real deal. He didn't need to test it because the presence and the spirit was real. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. That's why I think he got the level of respect he got. He didn't have to ask for it. He didn't have to explain why he wasn't going to put up a symbol. Cam didn't even ask him to. I'm not saying Jason Wilson isn't the real deal. Cam may feel like he's not. Cam may feel like he's putting on. He's testing him. Doesn't make it right, but that's what he's doing. Unfortunately, people will test you in life. See, he knew better to do that to Nuri Muhammad. You see the difference? And I'm talking I'm adjusting the cadence of my speech so that I like things to marinate. I'm a communicator. I don't know about y'all, and that's how I learn. I like to listen to other people talk, and I like to say, hold on, slow down. Now I'm really interested if I'm asking you to slow down because I want to remember everything you said because you're about to change my life. And I think for Cam, he felt like Nuri Muhammad was the real deal for him. I'm not saying Jason isn't. I don't think he believes Jason is who he says he is. See, Dr. Nuri Muhammad, the Honorable Nuri Muhammad didn't talk about his triggers and why he has to walk a fine line. He talked about how he got there and how he's no longer triggered and the strategies he put in place. I don't think Cam believes what's coming out of Jason Wilson's mouth. Not to be confused with what I feel and what I think. That's that, and I could be wrong, but that's why I think he tried him and he pushed back. I think he was trying to poke holes in his theories throughout the entire interview. He didn't even do that with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. He was very defiant to his guests. Sharonda said, I got to see that one. We covered it. All you got to do is go down my timeline. We covered it. It was on a Sunday. I don't know how long ago, but we covered it. She said, that's understandable. Thank you. That's why you'll see people that say, oh, when so-and-so, you didn't do that to them. You remember earlier today during I said what I said, Lady Rowe came over and she said, I'm so glad I got to know you for myself. And I enjoy learning with the palace. Now, this is a woman who's traveling overseas. This is a woman who's in Italy. This is a woman who has her own means. This is a woman who's philosophized, who's indoctrinated, who's smart, who's beautiful, who has her own. This is a woman who's smart, qualified, a professional, and said, I came over and I'm glad I did. And I stopped listening to what everybody else was saying. And I said, let me go see for myself. And now that I've seen for myself, you're the real deal. But only a particular type of person is okay with that. I feel like Cam thought that Nuri Muhammad is the real deal. Watch this. He attacked Jason Wilson in a very sophisticated way because he don't feel like he's the real deal. That's not Jason's problem. That's Cam's problem. And when you are being attacked, it's because people don't feel like you're the real deal. I understand the attacks I get. They think you're not the real deal. You're not the queen. I get it. And I ain't got no problem with that because people have a right to feel how they feel. But the ones that do, does that make sense, Aisha? The ones that do, they enjoy whatever I'm putting on the table. That's it. That's all. I hope I was able to summarize that up. I had to give you two different examples. And Cam probably does not feel like. So he pushed back, he challenged, he poked holes. Do this, do that. Watch this. I'm going to show you he's not the real deal. People do that to me all the time. I'm going to show you she ain't who she say she is. She this, she that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Put up this sign. I can't. It's demonic. Do this. I can't. And as soon as he would have put up the sign, he ain't who he say he is. I threw up a satanic sign and he said he a man of God. And he threw up that sign. But watch this. It ain't no winning with people that don't think you're the real deal. It ain't no winning. So leave them where they are. Because if he would have threw it up, Cam would have ate him up. And also Cam's subscribers would have ate him up. But this is why I say it's no winning. Because he didn't throw it up. And he still got attacked. Cam put his head down. The way Cam behave with this man is like how men argue with women when they ain't trying to hear shit you talking about. Let me play it again. I'm supposed to be up out of here. I just want you to see the body language. I ain't gonna even play the words. Watch this. When people ain't trying to hear what you talking about, look what Cam did to him. Watch this.
You got me, sir? Yes, sir. All right. I just want to.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn off the volume. Right here. Watch it. Watch the exchange without the words. Sometimes you got to not listen and watch. People can tell you anything. They can make up anything, but watch, test the fruit. Test the spirit in all things. Cam's body language. Y'all have seen that before. Have you ever caught a nigga cheating? Lying to you? You know he did it. But this is what he does to you. That's you. You know you saw what you saw. Now you got to defend yourself. You see that manipulation? That strategy? And he put him on the defense. And that's the guest. That's crazy. Y'all better wake up and pay attention. Just listen a lot. Talk less. Listen a lot. Watch. And you start to discover the real from the fake. You start to discover what's really going on. The principalities at play. The entities that are... But listen, it ain't nothing you can say or do anyway when people think you fake. It ain't nothing you can say or do anyway when they think you're not the real deal. So why are you concerned? Not your problem. Move on. Stay away. T said that's conviction from the Holy Spirit. This channel, I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. Noel Watson, 2237. Hey, Noel. Noel said, I promise I owe Armand Wiggins. He's how I was introduced to you. It changed my thinking. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Thank you, Armand. Thank you for opening up your platform during the Diddy trial and inviting me to come over. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's real. That's why I like to play things without words, because now it's up to me to interpret your body language. Don't listen. I can tell you anything. I can tell you anything. They can tell you anything. But then you got to watch what's happening in real time. Let me not listen to you. Let me watch what's happening. We all can say whatever we want to say. But where is the fruit? Like what tree is blooming? That's it. And I think Cam did that. He doesn't believe that Jason is the real thing. It ain't nothing Jason can do. Jason over-explained himself because he was trying to be nice, but it just lost him a little bit of credibility. Don't say nothing. Do less. Say less. That's it. That's all. You say he didn't have it. What? He did? He was on special forces? What? He didn't have anything for them? He should have I wouldn't have explained. I would have said, no, you go ahead. I got you. I'm right behind you. I got you. Go ahead. I ain't telling you nothing about how I got to stay close here so I don't get off track. And this is my trigger and I'm my background. Hell no. Who is you? No. Anywho, let me get out of here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all be thinking about what we should have for Sunday dinner tomorrow. All right. And then put it in the chat.